You don't got no marks in your face.
Mm-mm.
You don't got no marks in your face, bro.
I
Shit.
I think I look better now than I did before.
You just didn't you just get finished getting punched on?
mm, Not really.
I just play with you. I just play. Yo, but he has some speed early.
Um, it was like that nigga speed. Like
Clarify. Clarify.
it's like some guys, like especially come from like hood backgrounds, you do everything fast. You feel me? Like how they say like, oh, niggas could play basketball type vibe. It's like he had like natural athleticism.
True.
So when you got a guy like that, you got to kind of tame him and then put him in his place because he could do some tricky stuff in there if you let a guy like that get a little momentum.
Hmm.
But it was a cool little joint though. I enjoyed myself. There's some new things that I'm adding to my game that I was able to work on. So I was excited I was able to work on a few things. You know what I mean? So it was good.
So thank you, Jackie Hernandez, for the $10. Shout out to Steven Josue. So how did it feel to be part of the last card of Showtime? Did it feel anything?
Nah, I
No.
mean, not really. It was cool. I'm excited to see what we do on Prime. I'm excited to see what we do on Prime. But this was a cool little event. But I was more focused on my fight than it being a last Showtime card. I mean, they had like a not like a last that Berto and like I didn't even know they were still fighting.
Nah, they don't. They're not.
Yeah,
Berto and Guerrero, they're not
they
fighting.
they threw that on there. Like
Yeah. So did you see it? How did you? Yeah, you was able to see it, right?
yeah, I mean,
In the
yeah, after the
locker room.
nah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen
Oh,
it.
you got dressed up real quick. Cause wasn't it the next? That was the next fight after, right?
I believe so. But I see,
Yeah,
yeah, I believe so, yeah.
yeah. So
But I seen it though. I seen like I watched it, but I didn't watch it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I was looking at it.
So um, I don't know where to start, right? So let's start with your fight first. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you look real strong in there,
Yeah.
right? I can't wait to interview Breadman. Kyrone, you gonna stop him in front of his friends and family? Yo, you
He
could
get
hear
he
it on
get
TV.
he get dramatic. He gets dramatic, and that's what that's what he do though. That's him. But now I felt strong. If it was two more rounds, I think I would have stopped him. It was an 8 rounder, but
Did he hype you up though? Did Breadman hype you up when he does shit like that? Does it hype you up?
you know what's funny? It's more for the other guy. Yeah, I don't like.
Oh,
It's
you
more.
putting fear in him?
Yeah, it ain't
But
for
you're
me.
reacting to it. You're stepping to him every. I can see like the little energy. I don't know.
Well, we got little codes and stuff that we you know what I mean. I
Oh.
feed off of what he's saying. So certain things he'll say, I move to it. We kind of got a little formula that we do that so that we talking without talking.
Mm, I like it. Yeah. So you was saying, yeah. I thought the same thing. I thought you were gonna stop him. First of all, 8 rounds.
Mm.
Um, I noticed that you wore him down. Like he was a smaller guy than you.
Hmm.
So, like you said, he had that black energy from the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That
yeah,
motivation, the speed and all. And then after you started laying some paws on him and he's already, moving around, using basically most of his energy.
yeah.
Um, so you think if it was 10 rounds, you would have got him out?
I think so because I wasn't tired at all.
Right. So
And
do you feel like you could have pushed more volume?
I could have pushed more volume, but what I would say
I'm like,
about
I'm
that is
looking at you. I'm like, oh, do one Canelo camp, right? You do. I'm looking. I'm like, do one Canelo camp, and you just want to just stay
Not
defensively. It sounded.
you know what it is? I'm getting older,
Yeah.
and like I think and maybe when I was younger I would have ran in a little bit more. But for me, it was like I'm in control. Let it come to me. I've got some things that I'm working on. Is I have a guy in front of me. I could work on things. And there was certain things that I was trying to do, and certain things that I was trying to manipulate. That I feel if knockout would have came, and when it don't like the W was what matters. I know the fans they always want the knockouts and stuff, but for where I'm at, it's like a win is a win. So we not I mean we just stacking up the wins so that when we get on that big stage again, you know, we can win that big fight and get a world title. So it was a cool little joint. Um, it was kind of what I needed for the end of the year, and hopefully we get something big.
Now, yesterday you didn't shake his hand when he was done.
No, we did. Why you say that?
Oh, my bad. I got confused. So I got confused. I thought there was another one because obviously, you know, I got confused. Seriously, I thought it
Yeah,
was.
it wasn't me. I always shake hands. Just you know what I mean.
No, no.
No,
I just didn't know if there was some type of energy. Like
oh
some,
no, no, no,
like
not with my
Kyrone,
partner.
like the girls didn't shake their hands the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago.
Females be getting spicy. Those
Ky-
females be
yeah, Shadaysha Green and
they be getting
Fran Sean.
spicy. They be getting spicy.
Yeah. I didn't like that. I'm like, man, like at least with us guys, like we just be like, yo, we just
Hold up. Did you saying that I not shake his hand to wham?
nah at the end of the fight.
Oh, in the fuck. I don't
After
think
you
I shook. I
guys
don't think because I don't think I shook his hand at the win. But that's because I'll be ready to eat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, so anyway, but the kid has some moves though. He has
Yeah,
some moves, he has some shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But you were just too much for him. The size and the power. You were like I said, you was the bigger and stronger
I'm
guy.
fighting at
Now,
160.
hold on. He hit you with a body shot. I see you feel it.
Yeah, it was an awkward little shot. It was an awkward little shot. But then I
Yo,
started
it
trying.
was lit.
Then I,
Yo, it
then I
was
was
like
trying to
he
run it. Then I
jumped
was trying to
into
run
it
him.
too.
Huh?
He jumped into that body shot.
I was trying to run him into something. As soon as he did it, cause I know he thought that I was trying to like knock his head off his shoulders, cause he was trying
Mhm.
to come like hard, like pause, but like run down. I'm like, let me try to knock his head off. So I was trying to step back on some like and trying to take his head off. But nah, it was. I mean, it's boxing.
Yeah, no, it
Like
is. It is.
I don't get like people get all worked up and crazy about certain things. Like for me, it's boxing. Like some certain things, you when you get in the ring, you gotta know that certain things in the fight you gotta have is gonna happen. That's how you able to get to that top level and get through certain moments and then perform well. Like you gotta go through certain things, and sometimes it's at a smaller scale of a fight. But like
So, like, for the fans, right? For the people that never been in the ring, right?
yeah,
If he sometimes it could be a guy that is doesn't he's not that powerful, but he hits you in the certain spot at
yeah,
the right time, and it will hurt you.
yeah.
Talk about that body shot. As far as what were you feeling at the time? Because you went straight to the ropes, started covering yourself. It was obvious the body language. You was hurt.
Yeah, it's put like this. I've been hit by bigger and stronger guys.
Exactly.
Uh, Um,
Did he surprise you?
um, it didn't really surprise. It don't see. That's what thing. Like I expect those. Like not expect it, but like in my mind, I kind of have it that can happen. So anytime, like the way my mind is framed, maybe this is why I can do good under pressure. Is when things has happened to me in the ring, I'm not like shocked like this can't happen to me type vibe. I respect the sport. And I know that anything happen. Like, yeah, I mean, you get hit with a shot, you get hit with a headshot, you get hit with whatever. I know what your body can do. I've been actually in all situations where I felt good headshot and I had to get it together. Like I felt good body shot. So it's not like oh shit. It's like oh we here again and I know how to get out of this situation. You know,
Mm.
that's where the experience pick up. Because it was no peg. My heart rate didn't rise. A body shot makes you feel. And I know you've been in the ring. I've seen your fucking clips too. You try to make a little comeback or something. I've been seeing your little clips. I've been seeing your little clips.
Well,
Now
you can fight maybe
a
one day.
body shot, it just feels like it kind of feels like your body cramping on that side.
I hate it.
You got to kind of favor it for a little bit. For me, it always if it ever happened, like anybody shot that ever I've been hit with, I favor it a few seconds to come on go away. So it's like you got to favor it for a little second, and then you got up out of there. But his energy, and then it was his hometown crowd, so he's like, I got him. That's why I almost knocked his fucking head off because he was trying to run in.
Yo, cause that body shot, determining on how much pressure you put on it at that spot, right? I've gotten hit by my students, right? And they'll
Hmm.
be like, I've gotten hit by a guy that really could punch, and it just be like, but sometimes when my students hit me, I'll be like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
shit, I
yeah.
gotta get that back real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, I see that, he was hitting you with some uppercuts as well.
Yeah, it was some things I was
It was
working on.
some slick shit that
He
I
was
was
doing
doing in there.
he was doing some shit.
But he was eating every shot
Well,
like it was
I,
nothing.
I was I was calm, so I was calm, and it was certain things that I was trying to. I was like I said, I was working on, and he landed it. I just knew I have experience, so I know the position of where I am at a certain time, how much I got to turn it up. Like I'm mentally counting like how many rounds I got to win, like so. Um, yeah, nothing reached any panic for me. Fighting at my natural weight, I mean, it feels good not to be the
The small
smaller
guy.
guy. Yeah, it feels
Right.
good not to be the smaller guy and
You
be the
look
big
big
guy.
in there at 60. At 60, that's
Yeah,
good for you.
yeah, it felt good. I can't wait to get in the mix when we get into these bigger fights. I'm
Wait.
surprised some people's.
So I watched the card and I'm like, they could obviously, Morel hasn't really been tested like that, right? And I'm like, is it the Kyrone Davis test eventually that is like in the same card eventually? And the thing about it is that the boxing world knows you'll take the fight.
I mean, I don't fight at 68 no more. So like,
It
I
gotta be that shit. Cha-ching! It gotta
see, look, see, that's that shit. Y'all
talk
always
to
be
me. Talk to me, Prime.
y'all always putting that shit. I ain't even gonna say nothing because I'm gonna get Breadman mad. But
Brad Man, oh, Brad Man will get
listen,
tight.
if it ain't no thing of fair, like I'll get in there with anybody. And man, like I've never turned down a fight.
Hmm.
But we are on a journey right now, and the 160 division is for the taking, and I feel like I could be anybody at 160. Um, for a championship fight, I feel like I could be anybody. So we just taking everything in stride and just what I mean. Even though I'm been in the game for a little bit, still getting better, which is the most important thing. As long as you keep getting better and keep finding ways to improve yourself, you know what I mean. You gonna be the best version of yourself and give your best self the best opportunity to win. So that's what I'm focused on. So that's it in 160. So I mean, with with me and him, if we got in the ring, would that be a good test for him? Yeah, because I'm not gonna back down and fall or get hit and just crumble. But you know, I think it's
He's a
some good.
good puncher because he's gonna make a lot of people not want to stay in there. He just got the guy out of there in the second round.
I think a lot of these guys are good punchers. I think so you gotta know how to see the punches in. These guys be getting hit and
You don't
just
see it. You don't see it, Kyron. You don't see
what.
when he throws his punches and be like, he cracking. Like I could tell he cracking. Like
But like
he hit. You came over here on this shit here, on this channel saying that Caleb Plant can punch.
yeah,
Yo, David Morrell is cracking. I could just
yeah,
see it.
everything is relative. A punch is a punch. So you like I said, you've been in the ring. There's
Like
certain kind of
you're punching at
there's
60.
certain kind of power.
Yeah,
There's certain kind of power.
but
And
that's
then
that
there's
168 power. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, but it's also a long power. It's like I haven't felt his punch, but it looks like a brute strength type of power.
You think so? You think it's like a Matias type of a power that is just it's
It just looked like when he be hitting people, they get overwhelmed and they hit him with another one. And the way he's putting them together, them guys just fall apart. You
mm,
know what I'm trying to say? Like
mm.
it don't look like boom and the guy out cold, but it'd be like boom and the guy get flustered and then the reach and the height and he starts to changing the bounce and he has good punch placement. So I think that he's hurting guys and overwhelming guys with his pedigree.
Exactly, yeah. It's a combination,
Yeah,
definitely. You're right.
it wasn't like boom and they go straight out. Like that's
There's precision in there.
yeah. So he's heavy handed and he has some good footwork and he got some good timing on everything he does and he's hurting these guys that if he can outclass you he can get you out of there. You know, certain guys they can do that, especially like there's guys that get knockouts against people that aren't supposed to be in the ring with them. So like if they're not supposed to be in the ring with you, they gonna get them out.
Hmm.
But then in the big fight in championship level, when you matched up, then that power might not show up the same way because they usually just they get guys out of there. Like for instance, Jesse Hart. If you're not supposed to be in there with Jesse Hart is gonna get you out of there. 'Cause that's the way he fights his temperament. It's like he's gonna get you out. That's all he knows. He's gonna get you out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. And then like but when the fight equal, it might not show up the same way.
Hmm.
And when you got a guy, maybe if he fights Dave Benavidez, that knockout power might not show up. Or if he fights Canelo, that knockout power might not show up. I'm not saying for sure. I don't know. I'm just saying just to give some thought out there because I know we watch guys and get super excited. That's how I think about it when I'm in about to get in the ring with somebody like that somebody's temperament. Just because you're able to do that to him don't mean that you can be able to do that to me. Just because you was able to hurt this guy don't mean you'll be able to hurt me. Because I know I can know how to take certain punches off. I can roll. I can make you punch from a longer distance, so the power is not always there. I can smother it. It's things that I can do to change the trajectory of the power getting to me, depending on what you do best. So there's certain ways to protect yourself in there. You don't just gotta get laid out because a motherfucker is talented or he punch hard. And I
Right.
think a lot of people don't know how to do that. They don't know how to um put a shield over themselves when they're in there with a guy that's like that. And then they just get hit with everything. Well, if you get hit with everything, I guarantee you're not gonna be there, you know. Cannot get hit with everything. You gotta be able to take some of that steam off that shit.
So, I mean, you've been in the ring with David Benavidez. You've been able to see David. Like, if you would have to say, obviously, he's not tested, right? He's not game tested. That's the terminology, right? But what do you see? Because I tell people I kind of gotta see more, but
Mhm.
because the same thing when we talk about coming into that B
I never
level.
really, I never watched the guy he fought. I never watched him fight before.
Me neither, but I guess Caleb used to spar him
I don't know him.
because he's from Nashville or he trains out there in Nashville.
Oh. I mean, I don't like I said, I don't know him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how great or impressive his victory actually is, but I know he looked good.
Okay, but how do you?
You
What
know,
do
he
you
looked good.
think? You think he's in that?
Like I've been telling you, I think he's talented. I think I don't know enough about him to tell you like an assessment of fighting those guys.
Me
He'll
too.
have to get in there, he'll have to get in there with somebody that gives me a better gauge because I don't know who the African guy was at
Yeah,
all.
he
He
might
speaks
need
pretty good. He speaks really good English. I didn't know he speaks that good English when I looked. He can speak some good
really
English,
good
man.
English.
He speaks some good English.
Um, so maybe David Morrell needs that Kyrone Davis test.
Look, here you go again.
But anyway, man, that's not too much to talk about. That it lasted 2 rounds, right? So let's get into So yesterday was like the revenge tour type of a thing. It was like a battle of the revenges for like the last Showtime. Like, yo, you need to see this rematch before we close the show, right? Because all we're doing is giving an advantage to another network You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what you think about that what was the 6th round? Yeah, it was the 6th round KO, Chris Colbert, and now he's talking about calling out Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis holds the WBA and that was a WBA eliminator.
Um.
So let's
They're
get into the fight first.
okay. Okay. So the fight. Um. Both guys are cool. You feel what I'm saying? The both guys are cool. I hate to see a guy go out like that. You know what I mean? It was kind of I ain't like seeing Chris like that. You feel me? But it's boxing. He landed a good shot. I think they was in there fighting. Venezuela seemed like he was getting a little bit more of of the action. And Cobra kind of he just didn't kind of listen to his corner a little bit. He was kind of like because actually watched it on TV because I left. I didn't watch it there, so I watched it on TV. He kind of was like I feel like he wanted to do what he wanted to do. That's how he was fighting to me, and I think that he just got caught.
You think he could do what he wanted to do? I mean, the
I
first
think no,
the
I said
first
he
the first
no,
round he got knocked down again.
no. I'm saying I think he went in there doing what he wanted to do, doing what he wanted to do, and I listened to his corners. What I'm
Ye-
saying.
Facts, facts. I've seen
I
that a
mean,
lot. I've seen a lot of that.
I don't know if it was not trusting them, but it
Well,
was.
He added Barry Hunter
Yeah, he added. I know. I
and
seen Barry
Boogs,
there.
and by seeing Boogs in there, and he still had Sosa, his original coach, and they took turns of making the direction. I don't know, maybe just Cobra just wanted both of them. I know he was in DC working out
Yeah,
over there. It's funny, man, because I seen that, and then I also seen Tank going out there too. So I feel like that was supposed to, if Cobra would was able to take that win, he would have got that Tank fight. Now we talking, uh,
he was definitely gonna get the tank fight.
hell yeah, right? They were trying to set that up, um, but it didn't go that route. It lasted 6 rounds with a gruesome left hand. Where was he at? No, was it the left hand? No, I think it was the left. It was the right hook because he's southpaw. What he hit him with?
Mm, mm.
But either way, man, it was bad. No, oh, yeah. It was the left hand because it was the left hook, and then he kind of he went over the top with his right with his left
Sure wasn't the right
leg.
hand.
Yo, bro, because he's a southpaw. No, so it's the left hand. He's a southpaw. Remember, he swung it. He threw a jab, and then he winged it, and he went over the top with it like a pitcher would do, or with his right leg. It look if you really look at it, it's not textbook at all.
I gotta see it again. I think it was right
If
hook.
you look at the knockout, it's not textbook at all.
I think he crossed over. I think that he crossed his feet over and threw the right hook because he was kind of going. He kind of was
Yeah,
overstepping.
cross it going forward, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
Yeah,
it might have been a right hook.
yeah. It was no, because he's southpaw. Remember,
Yeah,
he
so he's
he threw
southpaw,
he threw the
and he
jab with
stepped.
his right. Threw the
Look.
jab with his right.
I thought I gotta watch it again. I thought that he was southpaw and he stepped over the left, and then since he was still on that side, he just came over with a right hook. But I gotta watch it again. I mean,
No, no, no. He winged it. He winged it. Matter of fact, I could probably
but
go.
I think let me get my prediction before you put. I think that he was southpaw and he threw the left, and his foot came over and he threw the right hook because he was already there, and
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying because he switched it, but nah, he didn't. He threw the jab, right? He threw the jab. Check it. He threw the jab, and then so jab, and then winged
no,
it.
nah, I'm right. That's the right
He's
hand.
southpaw. He jabbed with a right hand.
No,
He
go
jab.
back.
He jabs with his right
Look,
hand.
look, that's the left hand. Look, left, right.
Oh shit, my bad. Damn, you right. Damn. Yep, I missed that shit. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I gotta keep doing this to you on your show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how
Yo,
many
he
times
did do. You're right. You're right.
I gotta
Yeah.
keep doing this to you on your show, man. I apologize.
Damn. So he hit him with he hit him with his lead hand. All right. So anyway, that that gruesome punch right there, he went to sleep for a little bit, bro. That was bad. That was bad.
It was a bad shot.
Sixth round, he said, "This is childish, man. You can keep the 50 grand." What if you did the same thing? We'd be like, "Yo, let me get that money though. Let me get my 50."
I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever seen any of these boxers get paid after they bet, or do they?
Never,
So
never.
I don't think that ever happened. I think that's just it's not. I don't
Hype.
know. I don't know. Maybe it's build up, but I don't think that it's something that you really care for after you fight. You know what I mean? Like it's a respect in there. So we kind of got like you put it on the line, put it on the line. We at that after you fight, you sometimes can become friends with the guy you fought because we fought it out. You know, and even though this was the second time they did what they had to do, and this was a clear answer. So I don't think that he could probably care about the money. It's just like you know what I mean.
Yo, so people out here, yo, they're telling me, yo, Broken Accord says I gotta upgrade my shades. Yo, you know how many fights I had to cover yesterday? I had a
Listen,
fight.
we don't want no excuses.
Nah, nah, nah. I have to. I can give you how Bam knocked out Sonny Edwards. I'll tell you that.
I watched the end of that fight. I didn't watch the full thing of that fight.
That was a good fight, man.
Was
I
I gotta
mean,
rewatch it. I what was happening was I wanted to watch it, and then I ended up just we was sitting there talking and all that. And then I had it on my phone loaded up, and I ain't pressed play. Then I heard it was getting good, so I turned it on at the end. And I actually seen the knockout, but they was in there fighting, but I didn't. I gotta watch the whole thing again.
mm, mm. So I'll tell you one thing. You was part of one of my four-piece parlays as well yesterday.
How much money you win?
I won. I think I won like 260.
I
Two
mean, I'm
sixty.
gonna
I,
need I'm
I
gonna
put
need
something
10%.
light.
It was 4 part. I'm gonna need 25% of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You were the only one. You're the only one that didn't give me the knockout either.
But you bet on the knockout?
Yo, I did a six-piece, right? But I didn't do a knockout with you. 'Cause
If
I
you would
didn't
have
even.
told me, I would have. If you would have told me, I would have turned it up.
Yo, shit, yo. I did the David Morrell, Jose Valenzuela, and Bam. Those are easy. You
Oh, so
already.
I fucked your parlay. I parlay up.
So I did. I,
You
I did
funny.
the. I did the
You
wins
lying. Let me see
and
your
the
card.
KOs.
Let me see
Yo,
your card. You lying. Let
bro,
me
I can show you. I'll send you the picture. You're the only one that didn't give me the KO, but
so
I
I put.
didn't. But no, but I did. You didn't mess it up.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you added on to my fourth guy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you added to my fourth guy. I stayed. But I'm just letting you know, like out of all the people that I did bet on, you were the only one that didn't give me the KO. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
You
Nah, but I
know.
got you the money. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, knockout. A win is a win. Why you worry about how I did it?
yeah. so, so let's get into that though. Like as far as now, Berto, and the 40-year-old guys, right? They put on a pretty like they show glimpses of what they used to be.
I hated it.
You hated it.
I hated it.
So what did you hate the most about it? Like you
I
think that
hate
that
when
was bad that they added that last minute throwback to that last card
I hated
of
it because it be making me feel like bad. Like when they're getting hit and stuff, because they're old. Like they're clearly not the same at
no.
all. I don't think cognitively you can be the
Yo,
same
they better
after
than some of these
all.
prospects though.
Maybe. I mean, I don't. Look, they're. I don't know. What you want me to say? It was cool to see, it was cool to see them put the gloves on again because they did some great things in the sport. You know what I mean? Been a fan of Berto, seen Guerrero win titles, but I hate to see the older guys fight. I don't really like to see it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Boxing the young man sport. Like taking that punishment when you're older is a little bit harder than taking the punishment when you're younger. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't really like it when I was there. It looked kind of even the crowd was. The crowd was just like, man. 10 years ago, this was real good.
Because like they showed attributes that they had, right? Yeah,
Now, it was a couple moments where they landed some punches, but it was some older man fatigue in there.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, the punches wasn't as fast as they used to be. Berto wasn't as explosive as he used to be. But good for them for being able to make some more money. And but Guerrero was saying that he want to keep fighting at 40. Let's not do that. I don't want to see that.
Yo, the
Um,
commentator goes and says, "Are you serious?" I
did
was
he?
like, "Yo," I'm like, he goes, "I want to see if I can get a title again." He goes, "Are you serious?" I was like,
What weight would they at 47? So who you gonna try to go get the IBF?
I was like, "Yo, don't tell me you." Imagine he had like a title eliminator. Like,
You think
just
you think you could go fight Boots?
stop it. Yo, so look, Boots needed a name.
I, w- I don't think the commission should sign off on that. That would be bad.
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. That was too much. But then they'll be looking at his accolades. They'd be like, I don't know, man. We even fought for
Jackie
those.
said she want to see Lopez and Victor. See, look, what I can see. That's why they keep making this money. Because I guess if y'all want to see it, then I mean, it was a time when those guys that was great stuff.
Mm,
But seeing it now is just it gives. I don't like watching it. I don't like seeing them older. I know what boxing do to you, and I take the punches. You know what I'm saying? And I get up after even after like that performance. Like I didn't take no punishment, but you can still feel it on your body. um, I don't as a for the love of the sport. I don't like seeing those older guys take that punishment. You know what I mean? They've been in some wars. You know what I mean? That take years off your life.
yeah. It was hard. I was eating hibachi while I was watching the fight on my other phone.
Oh,
I'm like,
isn't that nice? Look at you. Watch it. Watch it.
shit, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good night until I hit the parking lot. I was like, oh my god, it was bad. It was bad. But nevertheless, you didn't see the Bam Rodriguez fight?
Now I told you that I seen like the ending.
So when you seen the KO, right? What did you see?
A defeated man. It
What was
looked,
the punch?
huh?
What was the punch?
I can't even remember. I
Ah,
just remember.
we don't want to hear excuses,
I
Kyrone.
can't. I'm not an analyst. Like I gave you the punch
Nah,
for
but
the
you're
Chris
good. You're
Colbert.
good. You're like one of the better guys as far as
Nah,
analyzing fights and
yeah, but
and
I
fighting.
didn't analyze it. I told you I didn't analyze it. Give me a chance to fucking watch the fight. I told you what shot Chris Colbert was, and and you know what I'm saying. I watched that fight, but I didn't watch the full. So I kind of caught a glimpse of it, seeing the guy kind of getting on the ground. I seen him, the ref counting at him sitting on one knee. I seen that. I seen it. Yeah, I seen that. But I didn't watch the fight. I will have to watch the fight and tell you about the performance. I can't give you no. I ain't gonna be up here giving you fake. Some people give you fake highlight, real analysis. They watch the highlights and then give you analysis on the fight. I can't do that. That's fake. I gotta watch the fight and tell you what really happened in my eyes to give you the best summary of the fight.
You know, I noticed that they said that they had like a big arm reach difference, right? And I feel like that was you had a bigger arm reach difference than your opponent last night too, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it was kind of like similar as far as you could see that you guys were finding your timing, and you
Mm.
guys had guys that had their cars took off out of the starting line faster than you guys, but then when you proceeded on getting 25% out of the race, you start to just take
Well,
off.
the thing about it, when you fight somebody with different dynamics like that, like there's certain spots where the guy with the shorter arms is more advantage, and then there's spots where, like,
Lomachenko and Haney.
yeah, like for the guy with a longer reach, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, that mid range is a sweet spot because you can keep them from the far, and you can keep you can bring them in the middle, bring them far, bring them in the middle, and when the guy gets close, you can kind of stare him, your arms could keep you in the mid range. You can fight real well in the mid range. And the guy with the smaller arms, he gets inside your arms. He can sneak little uppercuts and little rounded shots, body shots in that you wouldn't be able to see because his arms so short. Or he can get underneath you and he can land them. So there is a battle of getting yourself in the position to do what you want to do. So it's always cool when you see a guy with when they got different like great dynamics like that and they're trying to get to their spot. So if a lot of that was happening in the fight, I already know that was a good fight.
Right. It was it was an interesting fight. I mean, the toughness. I mean, it lasted what 10? No, it lasted 9 rounds. Yeah. Um, he gave up on the stool. What did you see in that fight though? Like as far as you didn't watch it enough.
Yeah, I ain't watching it no.
You just had the highlights, right?
Yeah, I'm a highlight reel watcher for that fight. I ain't really.
Oh, you wasn't it? Yo, it was a good stylistic fight though. You should check it out.
Nah, I told you I will.
Go check it out, man. You'll
I
you
miss
can learn
I
a thing
miss
or two. You can
I
learn
miss
you can learn a thing or two on
I
that
miss
shit.
a fucking one fucking fight, and I fought last night. I wasn't trying to watch more boxing all night.
I'm surprised. Like you just fought last night and you watched as much as you watched already.
Yeah, I ain't. Well, like this is just business as usual. But like,
Right.
fuck it, you want me to watch every fucking fight? It was so many fights on last
I
night.
know, son. I know.
You
And I
wanted
was
me to
part
be
of
at
one
show.
of them.
You want to be at the Showtime fight, watching the Showtime fight on my phone, watching Dazzin.
Yeah.
You know what
I,
I mean?
I give you credit. I give you credit. You're doing your thing. I
Fuck.
I give you credit, my bad. Shit. I know, and you don't even got a mark in your face. That's what's up.
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm lit. You're lit. You're lit. So, what do you think? Like, Ryan Venezuela and Gervonta Tank Davis?
Um, I think Tank knocks him out.
Yeah, just
Um,
like Edwin De Los Santos did.
yeah, but I think it's too much. I think that's gonna be too much for him. I think a better fight maybe him and Ryan would be really good. I like to see that. Venezuela, Ryan, but that's
Yeah.
40. That's 40 and 35. But I'm just trying to throw some shit out there.
Mm.
Um, I think that
So
Javante.
Ryo gets knocked out.
I think what say it again.
Ryo gets knocked out cold by Tank.
I don't want to wish that on nobody, but I think that he gets stopped.
My bad. My bad.
Because I'm with the boxing committee. You all want to be put. You want a great knockout, Cole. Like damn, Cole. Why you gotta go? Why you gotta be
Not
Cole?
because you said it so fast.
No, because I'm confident in that he that stylistically that you know that Javante will win that fight. But I'm not Cole. Like damn, that's like brutal. Like he
All right.
gonna get knocked out
Okay. Okay.
cold.
Discard the cold part. You know what I'm saying? Just
You're brutal, man.
no.
You don't.
No, because you said it really like hyper fast. I was like, whoa. It was like
Well,
knockout. Like you didn't even you just kind of like forgot what he just did to Chris Colbert and just said, nope, Dan Davis, another level
I think
knockout.
that I don't get excited when I see certain things. We seen the first fight. We seen that he was able to hurt Chris, and Chris Colbert hasn't looked like Chris Colbert when he was first coming up. In a while. I don't. So um, yeah, even though he's prime time, he mad talented, but you know he hasn't looked like himself, um and sometimes the guy just got your number.
Hmm.
And it seems like that guy kind of got his number a little bit. So, um,
And they don't deserve a rematch because that's all he did. He just I'm glad that Chris got up. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. He even posted himself getting knocked out on his Instagram, like for whatever reason. But
um,
yeah, I mean that was bad.
he said he wanted a rematch.
He said right after he got himself together, which was probably took like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yeah, we just do the rematch, and then walked away. And it was just like, I think you lost both times, to be honest.
I think he got a ticker though. He got a ticker. He got heart. You feel me?
He does have heart.
He ain't scared. It's one
Yeah,
thing.
but getting knocked out like that, Kyrone,
Yeah,
can
I mean, I'm
potentially
not
keep you
saying that.
getting.
I'm saying that is right. I'm saying he's not a scary person. I think that's to be applauded. Some dudes get hit one time and that's it.
Hmm.
Well, he's willing to get. He's not scared at the moment. And sometimes the guys got your number, but if he wanted to fight him again, I mean, shit.
I mean, hey, I think that's like the Brooklyn in them of just wanting to do something that you shouldn't really be doing, type of deal. And it is what it is. I mean, I enjoyed the fight as long as it lasted.
What time is it?
Huh?
What time is it?
10:42.
Okay, I got like 5 more minutes.
No, no, no. We good. We good. Uh. So what do you think is next for you, man? I mean, obviously you got a clean little win.
Um,
When do you think?
we'll see.
Who have you been talking to know that your lineup? Obviously, everybody got to wait.
Um, well, Prime don't start until March,
Okay.
so we'll see. Some things that I'm thinking about doing in between. Canelo just called us, so I think we're gonna go back out there with him.
Yeah, you giving them some good work.
Um, I'm right now. What I want to do at the top of the year is I want to just stay in the gym. So I'm gonna go out there because Caleb gonna be fighting soon. So I'm gonna go out there with Caleb, help him out. I'm gonna go out with Canelo. I might even hit Hammer up and go train with him down in Florida.
Okay.
Um, just I mean, just work, staying sharp with sharp guys. You know,
Yeah.
be sparring with Julian. You know what I mean? Just staying in the gym so that when they call and tell me this is what we're doing, um, we'll be ready for that. But we've been talking about some thick people, but I don't like saying names because then people start to running and crying and shit. Like I'm waiting till the papers are signed, then we can move forward from there. But it should be a good, exciting year for me. Next,
Carlos Adames and you.
I want the fight, so I love that fight. I think it'll be a great matchup. He got talent. Um, and he's still making him an interim champ. He's still the interim champion. He should be the full champion by now.
I don't know by now.
Or we can fight and see, and we can maybe we could clean it
Vacant
up.
title
Yeah,
eliminator
yeah, something. But yeah, I love that fight with him. So we'll see what happens.
or vacant title. Fight for the vacant title.
I'm,
Because they gotta strip Charlo, man.
I mean, I
Justin
think
gotta
it's
do.
it's Charlo might fight Caleb. So I mean, if he fights Caleb, I think they definitely will strip him. But I don't really know what's going on with that. I just think they should have. He hasn't fought 160 in years.
That's a good fight though. You know that.
Caleb and Jamal. He has to fight that. I know he has to fight Caleb once.
I
So
see that he's mad aggressive with
he
that.
wants that fight. He wants that fight.
It seems like they both want it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they might. Canelo might even go the Charlo route and fight the big brother before fighting David.
And that would supersede a Caleb fight. So we'll see. I we'll see. I think him or probably that Jamie.
And then the networks get a good fight, and then also you can still make that Charlo and Caleb fight with them both having only a Canelo loss.
Yeah, I mean, all right, businessman, go ahead. Let me go. I go ask. You know what? I go talk to Al and see if I can get you on match one of the matchmaker.
Everybody's been talking about those fights. I mean, that's just what it is. But yeah, hell yeah, you let him know. You know what I'm saying? You let him know. Shit. Come on. When's the last time you talked to Al? When's the last time you seen Al? Have you seen Al?
Nobody sees Al.
Exactly.
Nobody fucking sees Al.
At the either ghost.
Nobody
I
sees
heard he's in the building though all the time.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah. Right,
Brad,
right.
Brad hit me and be like, "Yo." Al said da 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 da, and I look at him and be like, "Ah, but you said that or you said that."
Man, I'm excited for you to go back into the ring, man. It was a good performance, good job. Um, go back into the ring, and the thing about it, you have like Caleb, all the names that you just mentioned. They're sharper than that guy. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be able to like just get more sharper, more
Mhm.
sharp. You got the best work, bro. I swear, you are like I don't want to say you're lucky, but yeah, yeah, like you. So I don't know. I know you paid your dues. Put it like that.
Yeah, well, I'm blessed, and this boxing game about relationships. So being able to have good relationships with people and able to be around great fighters make you better. And it's the we were just talking to Brett about this last night. It's the little things, it's the little things makes a good fighter a great fighter. It's little things that make a great fighter a Hall of Famer. It's like the little things, and being able to do that on the night of the fight, you know,
Mm.
being able to execute on the night of the fight, the small little things, because that's all it takes. And people think that you got to do all these crazy things, but sometimes it's just getting there and have a little more understanding than the person and being able to react a little faster than the person, and that wins you the fight. So, being in there, sharpening your tools up with elite championship level fighters, it gives you the best opportunity to win. So, that's why you got to stay doing your job and getting better. So that's my job, is to keep getting better, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So I'm gonna start a poll up, and I know you gotta go, but I want to ask you the question
Okay.
before you leave. So I came up with one out of the top of my head. Who had the best knockout last night? Morel, Bam, or Rayo Venezuela?
You gotta be Ryan Venezuela.
Mm, why? Because of the cold?
You
I,
funny.
I'm just saying.
I mean, um, he wasn't able to get up from the knockdown, so I think that's why his knockdown was better. Knockout was better. The he everybody else got stopped, but he got knocked out.
Yeah, you're right. Good one. Well, my brother, thank you for tapping in, man. I appreciate it, man. I was like, we can get Kyrone in between hours from the fight till now. It is what it is. Let everybody know where they can find you, Kyrone, and make sure you
Kyle,
guys smash the like button as well.
yes, Kyle shut it down on everything. On everything, Kyle shut it down. Shut me up.
Good work, and please hit me in the DMs as soon as you get some information.
Okay,
All right, my brother. Good luck to you. Have a good day.
all right, too.
Okay, who had the best knockout? So we're gonna go Ryu. Smash the like button, everybody. Slash like. We're gonna be tapping in my guy Mickey Bey as well right now. Smash that like button. So we got Ryu, we got Morale, we got Mickey Bey coming in right now, ladies and gentlemen. And then we got Bam, Jesse Bam. Let's start that. Who had the best knockout last night, ladies and gentlemen? Jump into the polls. Let me know what your thoughts. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Um, let me know what your favorite fights were as well. Um, but we're gonna be having my man Mickey Bey. Shout out to Kyrone Davis for coming on the show hours away from his fight that he had. Not no gruesomes, but yo guys, check out that fight. If you guys haven't checked out that fight, check it out. It was only 8 rounds, but Check it out. It was entertaining 8 rounds. It wasn't just like a one sided fight. Obviously, towards the end of the first couple rounds, I think that his opponent was fast, strong, and sharp. But then he started fading and slowing down, and Chiron just started going back, but it's a back and forth fight, so it was a back and forth until it wasn't. You know what I mean? And then Chiron won a unanimous decision as well. So it was like the guy had like two to three good rounds, and then he also hurt Chiron Davis in the body, and you could see that Chiron, and obviously Chiron hurt the guy a lot more times, but it was adversity. Anybody could hurt you. You know what I mean? So you could definitely check out that fight. Getting into the polls right now, guys. We got a great poll right here. Who had the best knockout of the night? Got 9 votes. Make sure you get in there. We got 55 people on, 30 likes. Let's get these likes up. Let's improve the visibility of the show. We're going to be having Mickey Bey tapping in right now. So stay tuned. Let's see where he's at. Hold on. Smash that like button as well, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. So had a nice parlay that hit yesterday. It was a 6-piece parlay. It was within the three gentlemen that we have on the poll. I had them winning, and I had them winning by knockout. So I was able to do a small little wager, and I put it out just to see if it was gonna hit or not, and it hit. So it was cool. I enjoyed the little payday, man. Shoot, I only put like I think I only put like $20 for that ticket. $20 for a ticket, and out of six parlay, a 6-piece parlay, man, cashed out. I think it was like 260 or something like that. But something light, something small. You know what I'm saying? Something light. Um Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We're gonna be having Mickey Bey up next. What I liked about certain fights, and I want to break down some of the fights while we're waiting for Mickey to come on. Um, the Bam Rodriguez and Edwards fight was a really good fight, man. I mean, it lasted 9 rounds, and within those nine, and it was scheduled for a unification bout for 12 rounds. Um, with the IBF and the WBO title. So coming into the fight, Jesse Edwards had a good couple rounds. His speed was intact. He was the more elusive fighter. Great, great, great fight. My only opinion is that I felt like Jesse could have utilized the ring a little bit more and set more traps. I think that he put himself in harm's way while he was in the ropes. One, Jesse Rodriguez does most damage when you're on the ropes, um, because you're square and he likes to use angles. So once your opponent puts the high guard up, you can't see, and next thing you know it, instead of him being right in front of you, he'll be from the side of you. And Jesse Rodriguez, as a southpaw, he does that thing that Lomachenko does. You know what I'm saying? He pulls out, he pulls out to the right side, and there's like a blind spot. So as soon as he lands to that blind spot, he hits hooks and body shots. Now Bam Rodriguez, you could tell he was the heavier puncher that night, and it just started wearing down Sonny Edwards. So Sonny Edwards definitely had the IQ to be around um Bam, but and to share a good ring with Bam, but it came down to the will at the end of the day. We got Mickey Bates happening right now. We're gonna be breaking down the fights, seeing what he thought. I'm gonna tell him, hey, it's my guy
Yo,
right here.
yo, yo.
What's goody, man?
Oh man, I can't call it.
Wow, man. Yesterday, some great fights, huh?
Um,
Let
yeah,
me let
yeah,
me let me
yep,
rewind that. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. There was a great. I think there was one great fight.
yeah, the Bam Rodriguez fight.
Absolutely.
Yup.
Let's get into that one last, and let's get into the last card of the Showtime for pop maybe ever. So we got Amazon Prime coming in. I guess they're starting in March. So we're gonna have a little, people gonna be able to enjoy, I guess, the holidays and the New Year's or whatever the case may be. But coming in to the first card, with the Showtime, we got the old timers, and I don't want to say old timers because you don't fall in the same lane as them, but pretty much you're my age, right?
We all me and Berto came up together in the same amateur time frame. Yup.
Okay, so I had one of the younger fighters on the card, Kyrone Davis, on earlier, and
Oh, okay.
he was just talking about it, and he had a good fight. I don't know if he was able to see his fight.
Nah, I missed it. I think I might have seen some highlights though.
Yeah, he did pretty well. A unanimous decision win. Um, Coming to the Berto and Guerrero fight, you could see spurts of what they used to be. Obviously, Alberto was a lot more explosive, in his prime, but you've seen some explosiveness in the fight. Then the high volume punching Berto, we've seen a lot of that, but we just seen kind of like the punches not have as much of effect as how they used to be. What you thought about the fight, and do you think the fight should have been on the card?
I was watching like in and out. Uh,
So you think they should have put a better fight?
I don't know because I didn't really see it, but how was it? Was it like a little action to it or what?
It was a little action. I mean, Berto Berto won, like Guerrero was winning the beginning of the fight, then
Yeah,
Berto was coming on in the middle, and then Guerrero finished it off towards the end
yeah. Well,
stretch.
from what I saw, Guerrero didn't look too much different than how he always looked, but I
Hmm.
knew that was going to be the case because with his style, you just got to be in top shape and be able to take a punch. You know, Berto, his style is like he try hard with a lot of stuff when he fight. Like it don't come off as like he bring a lot. You got to expend a lot of energy to fight like Berto, basically, because he explode with everything. Like he always been like that. So it was a cool fight. It was an even matchup. So it was a good fight to have when there are two good names. They do it in the UFC all the time. You don't hear them complaining, like. So I think it was good because it was an even matchup. It wasn't like you put them in there with boots or nothing like that. I think that was cool.
Um, Before we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, please smash the like button. The appreciate button is free. Um, we had some great interviews this week, and you guys have supported, and I want the same support every time we jump on, guys, because it takes time to schedule things, and my guy Mickey's busy, and I get busy at times too. So I appreciate the people that do stop by and support. So continue to do that, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Also, we also got my man Mickey got his own channel as well, and that is Fight God TV. I'll be pinning it up right now so you guys can go and check it out. Okay. All right. So now, Mick, right? Um, Talk to me as far as at the end of that fight, the broadcaster came onto the mic and said, "What's next for Guerrero?" Guerrero says, "Hey, I want to see what this fight game can still do." He said, "If I can get a title, I'll go get a title." What's your thoughts on that?
Um, I mean, other than Boots and Stanionis, to me, the welterweight division is kind of weak right now. To be honest with you,
Yeah, cause we got us now. It's so weak that we got
yeah,
Barrios. We're talking about Barrios being one of the
exactly.
top guys.
So I mean, he can. That's an even fight. That's a fair. That's a fair goal to try to reach for him. Like it ain't far fetched. Like other than like I say, Boots the only one that's pretty much like a landslide. He got it by a landslide. at welterweight. Then I like standing on this. You know, I could be forgetting one or maybe another fighter or so, but it's kind of weak right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that it could be.
This
Uh,
the weakest welterweight probably been in since I
mm,
could remember.
mm.
Ever, damn near.
Let's get into the next card. Um, we had Chris Colbert suffered the biggest knockout of his career. I mean, he's never gotten knocked out, right? He's gotten. I think he hasn't gotten. He didn't even get stopped by Hector Garcia, right? Chris Colbert never been stopped.
Um,
He just gotten beat up. And not, he's
yeah,
gotten
no, it
knocked
never
and
been
he's gotten
stopped.
knocked down. He's gotten knocked down, but he's
Yeah,
never been
yeah.
stopped. So rematch, and it goes 6 rounds. Ryan Venezuela um, scores a big right hook. What do you think about the actual punch? He set it up. He set it up. He threw his left hand first, then he leaped and threw a right hand, a right hook. My bad. What do you think about the fight itself? I mean, he got knocked out again in the first round as well.
He smashed B Hop. I mean, he
Title
destroyed him.
eliminator for Gervonta Tank Davis as well.
I don't like that though. I don't
I
like
know,
that.
but all right. So we'll get into why you don't like that, but
Yeah.
and I feel you on it, right? But let's talk about the fight first before you do that. As far as B Hop is concerned, right? What do you see him at 135 and Ryu and the
You
fight
said
itself?
what do I see for the both of them?
Yeah, like you believe that B Hop should be at 130.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. It don't look like B Hop want to fight from what I
So
gathered.
so talk about the corner talk because you see that there was a lot of things going on in the corner that night, last night.
See, I couldn't hear it where I was
Oh,
watching.
so we
The
had
fire
Coach
wasn't.
Sosa, his original coach there. Then you
Yeah,
had Barry Hunter and Boogs,
right.
right? And then they were alternating on who was gonna step in the ring and deliver the message, right?
Oh
And
yeah, they should have had
you
that
got
figured out.
you got, and he never sits down. He stood up the whole time. I think he sat down sometimes, right? But anyway, regardless, he was telling his coach Sosa to relax. You're getting nervous, right? And he's not listening to certain things that the coaches are saying. Um, he gets a brutal knockout. What do you think this? Because he's gotten hit with some big shots throughout his career so far.
I just think that he need to be honest with himself and reflect and see if this really what he want to do for real or if it's just a hustle. See, nowadays, and it's a good thing. It's a lot of money in boxing, but it's the least amount of talent ever in history of boxing getting paid a lot. So it's a good thing. But on the other hand, you getting guys that's frauds. Like I ain't saying that he is completely a fraud, but we don't know what his goal is. Like we don't know if he in his mind saying, "Damn, I just want the bag," and because a lot of times if you with the right people, you don't really have to earn your way to the money. Which is like I say, I like for cats to be able to make a living, but I ain't gonna lie, like he looked like he ain't want to fight. I don't know what was going on, but he need to reflect and see what the problem was. It looked like a mental issue or something. It ain't look normal. It just like he covered up and just ain't want to fight. Like I don't know what that was about. Like so I don't know if he had issues. It looked like he had some type of issues out the ring or something. Just from how he ain't even really like he tried too much, in my opinion.
I mean, is that the way you look when you get hit with some big shots and you don't want to engage and you just cover up, or do you? There was times that we seen that little Brooklyn boy come out and start, getting explosive
Man,
on.
he ain't see now this where I went and I said the other week, ain't no I ain't even gonna lie. He ain't look Brooklyn with he ain't represent Brooklyn to me. That's
Mhm.
remember I was saying all the hood shit, like that shit don't he ain't bring it out to me. I gotta be honest. Like the way he was covering up, like he better than that from what I seen. So I'm gonna just say that I think that if something was going on, you mentioned the corner, it ain't look normal to me. Like it looked like it's either his confidence or something going on out the ring. It was something other than dude would have won regardless. So I ain't taking away from this performance, but I'm saying you go in there and just cover up like you ain't even care. It just looked weird to me.
But he
Like
did that. He kind of did that the first fight to see if you know if Ryo would punch himself out, and Ryo did punch himself
that's
out.
true, but it was just the facial expression. He just ain't look there to me. Like some looked off, like with his mental. That's how I could sum it all up. It looked, but dude did what he was supposed to do. He went out there and I don't know what hood he from, but whatever people talk all this hood shit, whatever hood rail from, fucking won the battle with the hoods that night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, all right. So this is the same guy that got knocked out by De Los Santos, the guy that Shakur just fought,
yeah, yup,
and he got knocked out in that fight. But he's also knocking people out as well, Ryu. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yup,
you know, just his style alone, and him, if he can have the Mexicans, if he does have that Mexican pull, I don't know. He's been on a lot of Benavides cards. I understand he's gotten a lot of hype off of that team, but he's even gotten hype off of knocking down Tiafimo and sparring and stuff like that with clips in the internet and stuff a couple times. So I mean, what as far as obviously they've been talking about a Tank Davis and Pitbull Cruz fight, right? And I'm pretty sure Pitbull Cruz is probably has more fans than Ryu, most likely, right?
yeah, yup.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, could Ryu take that fight away from Pitbull Cruz?
Man, hell no, I don't want to see neither one of them.
I
I
know
ain't
you
about
don't.
to. I ain't gonna lie to the fans. That's all garbage. Period.
Mm.
Point blank. Like,
Get
now,
into
I wouldn't mind seeing them two fight each other.
who?
Pitbull versus Ryu.
Okay, to earn that fight.
Nah, hell no. I don't never want to see them fight Tank.
No,
Now, I'm gonna say this, right? Ryu good. I like to see him get the bread, for us, but nah, man, don't nobody feel like, man, ain't nothing. We already know what the outcome gonna be. Like you say, if dude knocked him out, De Los Santos, even though you can't always compare what another fighter did, but with Tank you can because when he hit dude, it's over with. So I don't want to see it. I'm gonna just be flat out. I'd be lying if I say I want to see that's garbage. I'd rather see them two fight each other though. Pitbull versus Ryu.
I like that fight.
I think Pitbull will win, but I would
Mm.
like to see it. Yeah, I still like to see it.
I don't think he wins.
You know,
I think I
how
think
you think he beat Pitbull?
you see how that Giovanni Cabrera fight just happened.
Yeah.
So you would have to say that Ryu is maybe not as big as him, but pretty close,
I don't
right?
think he is slick though.
Giovanni Cabrera did not show a lot of game.
No, he awkward as hell. He was like crafty in the awkward way. I don't
He
I
wasn't
think I
even punching. He
if
wasn't even
I
punching back. He was.
oh
You
yeah,
could tell. You could
I ain't
tell
see
he's
that.
physically strong.
Oh, okay. Well shit, let's match it up then. Maybe he will. Maybe I needed to
But
I
his
don't know.
striking, his striking being with Freddie Roach and shit was like a shame
You know
because
what, Ryo?
Freddie
Yeah,
Roach
that's a
can
50-50
hit,
fight.
his that's what Freddie Roach specializes in is striking.
I don't know. I think Pitbull, I don't know, it's a 50-50 fight, but I'd rather see them two fight each other or Ryo and Frank Martin might not be a bad one. Something
Mm.
like that. People gotta do a better job at matchmaking. They put it's be some trash matches, it's some good ones, but it's some and like I say, I understand you gotta give a fighter a gimme or two. They can't always fight like they can't always fight the top fights every fight, but Tank, I don't want to hear nothing unless it's like
So
him
Ryo
and
did basically what you saying. Ryo's not done enough in
he
the
ain't got a
sport.
chance, man. Listen, Tank could murder him.
Mm.
Period. I ain't even going.
Sheesh.
Man, he'll murder Ryu.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. This ain't believe it. This ain't taking credit from Ryu. He could fight, but Styles make fights. He ain't got this. It ain't there yet. It ain't there yet. We already know for a fact that it's gonna be a KO.
Right.
But it could be exciting for the fans. But I'm saying me, am I gonna sit up and act like, oh, he got a shot? Nah, nope. We gotta see Tank versus Devin Haney versus Shakur versus even Lomachenko. Uh, I give him what's the name too at 140. What's the name? Tiafimo. They was talking about that, but I don't hear it no more. But even the guy, what's his name? The Puerto Rico guy, Matias. Yeah, we need to see him in something big first, then go back down. Maybe you get a Ryu after that. You fight one of them cats, then go to Ryu in between. Maybe you can, give him that one. But the Ryu won't sell, so I don't think he'd be happy with that.
You think Ryo needs another big win?
He ain't never gonna be ready for Tank in a while. Like his style just not. But he is a fun
But
fighter to
Ryan
watch.
wasn't. Ryan wasn't either. But he was able to promote the fight enough.
Yeah, see,
That
Ryan
they,
got a
they,
huge name. You can't fool people into going in their wallet.
so, what? For instance, say for instance, Ryo comes into a two fight fighting spree, right?
Yeah.
Goes out and knocks out Tevin Farmer, the guy that you were supposed to fight,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's
then
a, yeah. Okay.
goes out and knocks out, you know, what you gonna call it, Gary Russell too, and they build his name.
Yeah. Then yeah. That'll do something. Maybe a couple fights, but now, man, like but more than likely we gonna see that Tank versus Pitbull, like man. But who, that's just like, man, like we know he can't beat Tank. He already beat him with a broke. What he had an injury, and he beat him already. So it's kind of like it's free money, but it's like, man, like the decision should be made better. Like I gotta get him some criticism on that. Like it's constructive criticism, but it's some man. It's too many yes men. Like man, he don't deserve no credit for beating Pitbull. He too good. Tank is a excellent fighter, but why do we need to see a rematch when you beat him with an injury? And
Mm,
I know that this ain't even what Calvin and them want. Like, but I think it's people in their ear, like, oh, you should do this because of this and that. But that just don't make sense to me. Y'all just getting a new network and y'all putting on that somebody that he beat with one arm.
mm. You know, there's a lot of topic that you and I got to touch on, so we're gonna just move on to the next fight, and then get that done because I definitely wanna, tap in on that because we still haven't spoke upon. We talked about the Devin Haney fight with Regis, but we didn't talk about like what has been happening afterwards as far as pay-per-view sales and Leonard Elby saying one thing and then maybe not saying the real thing, or maybe he is saying the real thing. But there he's out here saying that Devin had only 50K pay-per-view sales. But let's get into the next fight and then we'll touch into that a little bit after. But coming to what the main event on that Showtime card, you had David Morrell. Now he KO'd his opponent in 2 rounds. What do you think about him? And I think somebody mentioned Bob Santos said David Morrell is the next Roy Jones. What do you think? This era's of Roy Jones.
I like David Morrell. And Bob Santos been telling me about him since the beginning. He was like, man, I got this killer. He gonna be an animal. He told me this, a couple years ago when he was first getting started. So, it's cool to see it
Coming to
starting to come
fruition.
together. But I like him, man. He bring the heat. That was predictable. Like I knew he'd stop the cat. But he could fight. I like to see him and Caleb Plant. Um,
Me too.
yeah, I like
Him
to
and
see him and
Andre.
Caleb. Yeah, one of them. I like to see him and Caleb. If I got to pick a match, it'd be him versus Caleb.
because it's more fair.
Or Caleb and Charlo got some unfinished business, but just as outside of that, I would like to see those two. That'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I think that Boo Boo's a guy that would take the fight, and I think that be considering that he's not a true 168. If
Yeah,
David Morrell will be able to knock him out too, which salute to Boo Boo for doing his thing in his career. But 168 is a different animal, and obviously he needs to prove himself, what better than instead of the top guy like David Benavidez, and calling out, the undisputed champion Canelo, maybe one of these
who
prospects.
Morrell?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see him doing nothing with. It'd be a good fight.
but
Him and
there's two.
Benavidez.
It's possible they both don't have big names.
Yeah. I like Morrell. I don't think him and Benavidez it'd be a whole different kind of fight. He ain't never experienced what he experienced fighting Benavidez. The Cuban atmosphere don't bring that much fight, like that much.
Yeah.
That don't. Nah, he'd probably get stopped, in my opinion, late.
Mm,
But he a dog, and I think that he could possibly be number two at that weight, or number three. I'll put Canelo number two. I think he'll get Canelo fits, but Canelo will probably catch him. He 12 rounds is with them dudes is a whole different animal, but he legit. I say that he legit. He definitely I gotta add him in there too with the young cats. He could fight. He an elite fighter for sure.
25 years old, definitely.
Yeah, he
He
could
got
be a
10
dog
fights.
too. I just like that he willing to take them fights. And this is why I say with some of these other cats, they don't even want to take fights like this, and he already ready to take them. So that's what I do like about him. He got a lot of heart, and he got the skills to match it.
Mm, mm. Um, what's a better fight for Morrell as far as potentially winning? You said Benavidez, he stops Morrell, but you say Morrell and Canelo could be something good?
Yeah, he might get, but he might get clipped late in that one too. But
Now,
it'd
does
be
he
a good.
stop everybody else?
No, I don't think he'd stop Plant
You think that
or Charlo, but I think that those fights are like 50-50.
I like
Even
Plant.
Yeah, I like because Plant
I
is
like Plant,
crafty.
but I think he might stop him.
See, we gotta see dude fight with a lot of hunger right now. So that could throw some dudes off if you catch him slipping. Like, he mess around and catch him. But Plant is crafty. He got footwork and all of that. But yeah, dude, the animal, he don't come in. I
You
like
know
the
what
way
I
he
look at
fights.
too? Would Plant be able to stop the guys he stopped? That's how I look at it
Oh
too.
yeah, Plant more of a boxer to me, like a pure boxer. He ain't just, dude can go get you. He more like a
And he can
he
box too. Morrell can
he
box.
oh, he a straight boxer. He just a boxer puncher. He gonna go for the knockout.
But he measures. Yeah, but I think that he measures distance very well as well. But
Yeah.
considering that he's showing you a different side of
He
him,
he looked like he got a lot of size on him as well.
it seems like we're not gonna be able to see the best out of that kid until he steps into competition. I think he has a lot to. When you see something that he got a lot to
100%.
give, but he not. You putting him in there with someone that's supposed to get knocked out. It's just
Yep.
like,
Yeah, this last fight was trash. That was horrible. But um yeah, I think I don't know if he gonna get them names, so people ain't gonna want to take a risk. The only one I think could fight him if it ain't nothing there is Benavidez. Because Benavidez just feel like he could beat anybody. So it's all right. Go
all
ahead and
right,
feed this young
Morrell,
dude to me.
Morrell. Check this out, Morrell and Edgar Berlanga.
I wouldn't match it up yet, but it'll
And
be a good fight though.
it sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, it does. I ain't even think
That
of that
sounds
one.
crazy.
Yeah, I ain't think
Edgar's
of that.
older. He's gotten more. He's gotten treated better with matchmaking,
Yeah.
and he has way more fights than him. It's crazy, and
You know
it's just
what?
it's
I
a
think he'd beat the shit out of dude. What's his
and I know
name?
you work with him. I know you work with Edgar, but it's just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
different levels. I think his
I
amateur
wouldn't
pedigree
match
is better.
if I'm matching Edgar. I would have put him in there with the guy. What's his name? And I think Morrell would beat this guy. Who is the guy with the belt? I'm slipped my name, mine, the Mexican champion from down in Mexico. What's his name? The
What weight?
Mexican guy. He's
168.
68 now, right? What's
Canelo
his
got all
name?
the belts.
No, well, he might have an interim belt. What's his name? The dude, he undefeated with all of the wins. He might,
Munguia?
yeah, Munguia.
I like that fight too.
I think he'd beat the hell out of Munguia though.
I think he beat
Yeah,
him
I would
Munguia
like to
too.
see
But that's a statement right there.
it's at least a statement, or you put him in there with somebody like damn, let me think of a good match for him as far as like to really test him out. Even put him in there with Jesse Hart.
Ooh, game
Because
test.
Jesse big and he could punch. And he gonna go
And
and Jesse gonna try to go
Jesse
get
can
it.
take a punch too.
Yeah, he gonna try to go get it. So,
He
put
took
him in
he
there.
took some punches from some big guys at 175.
Yeah, so some is Jesse back at is he 168 now?
Yep,
Yeah, I like that fight. Jesse got some power and he a dog. So, we still gotta see one thing that you gotta see is if a guy could take a punch.
exactly.
Anybody could be hurt. So
So we got to see. We have to see David Morrell take a punch. We have
but
to.
he nice though. I like him though. Like he definitely is nice. Like he better than to me. He was the second best fighter that fought yesterday. Him and after Bam, I give Bam the slight edge, but he definitely is on another level. Like on Showtime, he was the best fighter that night that fought.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
if he was 35, I would say yeah, him and Tank.
But
Like if you
the Ryu, the all right. Check this out, right? So we got a poll here, ladies and gentlemen, right? We got a poll here, and make sure you guys come out and smash the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, show some love, right? And we got 31 votes on the poll. So let's get these votes up as well. And the question for the day is who had the best knockout last night,
I
right?
give it to Ryu.
Okay, so Ryo got it
Yeah, I give him the
because of
best knockout.
but you give the best performance to Morel,
Nah,
even
Bam,
though that Morel didn't have an opposition.
Bam, Bam. You talking about on Showtime or
Okay,
the
no, no, no,
whole
I
night?
like it. Okay, no, no, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, so now, well, but Bam had the best performance,
Performance.
but not the best
Yeah.
knockout.
Nah.
Okay,
Nah, dude, I give it to Ryu.
okay, yeah, because at the end of the day, Bam didn't knock nobody out, right? He
Yeah.
just stopped them. You're
Yeah, you
right.
know what? Him and Zapata be a good fight. Ryu and Zapata. But
Mm.
these promoters gotta, well, I'm sure they'll work together. It's up to the fighters, really. But yeah, I like Zapata versus Ryu. Yeah, that's a
Mm.
good fight.
Um, I like it. That's definitely a good fight. That's definitely a good fight. Um, in your eyes, you know what I'm saying. What did you think about the Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards fight? The best fight of the night last night. I had to go and watch it over again today, this morning.
I
Talk.
liked it, man. Yeah, I liked it. I gotta give dude his props because he put the effort out there too, and he can fight as well. Sonny
Sonny can
Edwards.
fight.
He could fight. He gave it what he could, but Bam just on another level. You're gonna have to put an old dog in there with him with some experience like a Estrada, which is that'd be a good fight, him and Estrada. Even him and Chocolatito. Put
They're
him in there with
friends.
they friends. So I would say him and Estrada. Put him in there with somebody like Estrada. Tough, that's a hard fight, Estrada, because dude a
Punch
little
fast,
bigger.
everything.
He could punch and he got experience. So if he could beat Estrada, then he definitely went up there on that pound for pound. Because I always forget about Estrada when I mention pound for pound, but It's just 10 don't seem like it's enough, but Estrada is a pound for pound fighter, and Bam is a pound for pound talent. Like he probably ain't there yet because of the wins ain't
He's
there, but
heading there.
talent wise, he got a lot of skills. He could pretty much do it all.
Yeah, that was it. Was like when when Devin before he got undisputed, people were saying he was a pound for pound talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, I know I can easily tell when a
Tank
dude is
Tank
really
Davis,
nice.
pound for pound talent, even though
Yeah, yup. See now
or
when
is
you
he
get
on
it
the list? Is Tank
now
on
when
the
you get
list?
yeah, I put him on the list. I'll put him down there. Like, I'll put it down there. I'll put him on there, but his opposition just ain't good enough. I'll probably put him at the bottom, but he still is an animal. But yeah, we just gotta see Tank, you know, Tank gotta get that Kobe Bryant in him that, because he got the high level talent, but he not the opposition and the risk factor he not taking. You gotta I mean, these cats younger than him, Shakur and Devin, and they willing to shit. Tank gotta think of it like this. They fucking risking fighting him. Dude, Tank should be in his mind like, man, I'm a lion and I'm hitting like crazy. These little dudes, he should be thinking like they risking the risk is them fighting me when I hit him. Like, but he don't, you know, Tank ain't his vocals, so we don't really know what he thinking. But Tank is a high level talented fighter. Bam is a high. Nah, if Bam was in that weight, I wouldn't mind him fighting Tank. Just comparing styles, like you put him in lightweight, I say, all right. Now Ryu, no, because he not on. He not on. Bam is different. Ryu probably need more experience, but Bam is a guy that if he was at any weight class, I would like to see him fight whoever.
Yeah, man, just a crazy talent, man. Already a two division, I think 3-time champion. I don't know if don't quote me if I'm wrong. Maybe he has more belts than 3 times, but still only 23 years
Oh
old.
man, yeah, yeah. Man, you know what? I would like to see him in Chocolatito or him in Estrada. They're a
Right.
little bigger. They're a little bigger, but that's a hell of a. If he could beat either one of them, especially, Estrada looked real good. When was this? When did Estrada fight last?
Chocolatito.
Damn, that was his last fight.
Yeah.
I did think Chocolatito beat him the fight before the last one though. He
Mm,
got robbed. So I would like to see him fight one of them. And I think it's another good little cat down there too. There's some good fighters down there. See, at them weights, you don't get too many. Most of them fighters are all good. It ain't too many weak fighters at that weight. Like they all can fight. So that was impressive for Bam to get the knockout because that's kind of hard to do. To get them cats out of there in that weight class. But he did it, man, and he did it in impressive fashion. He definitely wanted to. Skill wise, I put him on my pound for pound list. Skill wise, he just don't have the wins yet.
yeah, exactly. He's definitely has the skill. I tell people ahead of time. I think you was on the live when we were like in the comments with Greg, and I said, "Yo, Bam Rodriguez is a special talent."
Uh,
He's like, "Nah, he gets hit too much." But this is part of the game, and he's only 23 years old. What about the upside? I think the good outweighs some
oh,
of the
by
bad.
far, by far. I mean, like you say, as young as he is, he already fighting. I put him up there with the Devin Haney's, the Shakors, and the Tanks, and
Exactly,
Benavidez, Boots. I put him in that category of the. He definitely nice. He could fight,
and he's knocking people out. You
and
know,
that's what I like too. Yeah, he ain't
got
playing with his
skills,
food.
and he's knocking people out.
He ain't getting paid for overtime. He getting them out of there, so that matters too. To finishing his work. But I'm gonna tune in every time you fight. I know that
Great
for sure.
footwork, huh? His footwork is
Yeah, yup. It seemed like he watched a lot of Lumachenko.
hell
Like I
yeah.
ain't gonna say that he didn't learn on his own, but you can kind of
Lomachenko's
see
one of
the
his favorite
influence.
fighters.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, I can see that. But nah, he got it though. He a great fighter.
What do you think about as far as because some of these lightweight classes, that was like at 112 pounds. So, like for Bam to want to become that superstar, he would probably have to go out and move up to divisions and
Yeah,
start getting these undisputed accolades coming up and stuff.
yeah,
But the IQ, obviously moving up into division, like you said, Chocolatito and Estrada are bigger guys. Most likely,
yeah.
Estrada, right? Estrada's more of a longer guy, pause, but he's just
Dangerous
a
fight.
bigger guy, and they punch it harder. So, and they're definitely more experienced. So, that being said, moving up into weight classes and finding the elite guys, because that's what he's doing. He's going. If he goes up to fight the best at
Right.
23 years old. So that being said, with the IQ that he possesses, going up into weight, do you think that he needs to sharpen up? What do you think? What do you see in the flaws in Bam Rodriguez moving up into weight and competition in those weight classes?
I mean, as a fighter, to me, I'm all about improvement for anybody. To me, you don't stop improving until you stop hanging the gloves up.
Like I give him an A- just due to the fact
Yeah, but we
of some
gotta
of the times
factor
he
in
got
he's
hit.
still young. He ain't even reached. He at the beginning stages. He still got 4 more levels to go. He got. I mean, he got so many notches to get better. But with a guy like Estrada and them, you got to be on point because them cats they got experience. They punching. They got IQ and skills as well. But that's a tough ass fight. So but Bam to me, he know how to adapt. He's super young. He ain't gonna do nothing to get better and better. So maybe another fight or two. I don't know if I'm biting him off more than he could chew with Estrada.
Mm,
Um,
maybe.
right now, maybe because dude might be a lot bigger, but and but I don't put it past Bam. He can't beat nobody, and I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna tell you a fight that's gonna be good for him in the future. That's gonna come out of nowhere, and he still got to grow and get his belts and stuff. I'm just saying this because I worked with him his last fight, but him and Cash Flow, that's gonna be a hell of a fight
Bam and
one day
cash flow.
at bantamweight, yeah.
I talked to cash flow about that.
And that's gonna be as big as Cash Flow, man. That little dude could fight. Like,
Yeah, I'm glad that you put that, and I'm gonna post that piece of the video clip of cash
yeah, I
flow.
ain't even gonna lie. Mark my word. Like, if Cash Flow do what he's supposed to do, and
He
he
just
stay
lacks. He
focused
just
and
lacks it. He lacks live experience.
yeah, he got to get experience. But like I told you, he could win a world title in 2, 3 fights with the right everything going right in camp and outside the
He
ring.
had some trouble with a guy. His last opponent.
That dude could fight though. That dude can fight.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he live in Vegas and he was here to win. Like, nah, dudes was out here saying that he was gonna beat Cash Flow. No, that cat was alive, really undefeated. His only loss was a robbery. Now that
Mm,
guy was 5'9", 5'10". He was fast. He could punch, and that was only Cash for what 9, 10 fight.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and coming off an injury. But believe me, see when I see guys in the gym, and I see them fight, and I know them, like I can tell when they got it. When they got the heart, they ain't gonna fold under pressure. Like you wouldn't have seen Cashflow do what Cobra did,
Mm,
even at his experience now. Like, nah, ain't nobody don't you can't talk all that shit and talk all this hood shit and then you getting there and covering up like that. Nah, like that was a scary cover up. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm letting you shoot. Nah, I don't. Something must have been wrong with him because I ain't even gonna say that he that. Like, I know he got more in him than that. I don't know what's going on though his last couple fights, but he got to consider what his situation is mentally. But I can tell when the fighter got it just from their mental and everything too. But with all these guys now, to be honest, the battle is outside of the ring. These dudes getting paid. I mean, nowadays you can get rich with way before you even win the belt. So, they get in the bag and, You got the women, you got the all that stuff is way harder than the opponent, man. To dodge all of that, these dudes is, I'm gonna be real and graphic, man. They fucking the fucking week of the fight, and they, you could send a broad at these cats a day before they fight, and they ain't gonna turn it down if she look good enough.
Mhm.
These dudes in love with Instagram, and you got to be a killer. Like you gotta know when to be a killer. These dudes, some of these guys, I ain't gonna say all, but will separate you and give you the Devin Haney's, the Boots, the Benavidez and the Shakors, and they know when to turn it on and off. Like they not, the main thing is the main thing. Like it ain't all about, like I say, trying to be the rapper and all that. Like, nah, this the hurt business.
Nah, facts, facts. You tell me, man. As far as let's backtrack on some of this stuff that just happened last week, and talk about this potential, Haney and Tank fight, and you know, obviously Haney speaking upon wanting it at 140. Tank's teams saying they're waiting on Tank to make the decision on when he wants to go to 140. Um, if that fight happens at 135, who wins?
Devin done with 135. He done. All right, I'm gonna
So
say this to make it
catch.
all
All
the
right.
way
So
fair. I
catch
would say
weight. Say
138.
if they want to make it like quote unquote
138.
fair, huh?
138. 138. Because Tank already fought at 40.
Okay, so 138. Okay,
Yeah,
say it happens 138. Who wins?
Devin. My decision.
Even though that he hydrated 106. So all right. So catch weight and rehydration clause.
Nah, let a man fight. Like, man, listen, if you could beat a guy, you gonna beat him regardless. Like Floyd Mayweather was beating cats. Floyd Mayweather was beating Canelo and all these, even though he had the clauses on some of his
So to
fights. But
strategize, then to
that's
strategize.
54. He had like 140. Did Barrios have a weight clause?
Yes,
He had what the next day weight clause?
the
He fought
IBF
at
rules.
40. Oh well, that's a rule. Like you got to do that at that weight.
Yeah.
Uh, a weight? Nah, they just need to get it on.
Wait
That's
a
gonna
minute.
kill.
He didn't 35. Now he didn't have the IBF. It was they. Yeah, they just put it in the. They both signed it that they both were gonna hydrate at the same weight.
Yeah,
But it
nah, him
happened
and
after the
Devin.
fight.
Listen,
Like Barrios wasn't speaking upon it, but he definitely spoke upon.
listen. I would I would do a catch weight. I get see. All right, I'm gonna factor this in. I'm gonna be real. Tank dude, Tank the man. As far as like the box office, so I would say, all right, Tank. If I'm managing Tank, I'd say, all right, we're gonna do it at 138, no hydration clause. We, we gonna
But that's where Haney
uh,
really excels. He excels because he hydrates so much.
yeah,
He
but
rehydrates.
that don't mean who gonna win the fight. Like 1 minute he weak,
But their
then one
argument is because Tank has come down from 126 all the way up to 35. That's their
yeah,
argument.
man. Everybody was little at a certain point. Like every fighter,
Not in the pro level, no.
Manny Pacquiao started at 112 or
Yeah,
something.
but we're
Hold
talking
on,
Devin though. We're talking Devin though.
Did Manny Pacquiao have did he
Hi-
had them weight clauses?
Yes,
No, he didn't.
yes, he did. He put Oscar De La Hoya on one.
Nah, no, he didn't. De La Hoya did that dumb shit and weighed in, and he messed up his
He
weight in
did it
that
with
fight.
Margarito.
No, man, he beat it. Man, listen, he let him weigh in at 147. Little dude murdered him. Listen, people got to think of this. Now, this ain't me knocking Tank or taking sides, because I'm gonna be real on where I think that he deserved. He deserved the
Bro,
splits.
he's coming in as a middleweight. And,
Who?
and Tank
Who?
uh Devin's coming in almost a super middleweight.
But this we don't know whether he had all his clothes on or none of that. This see, this what people ain't.
He stripped
factoring in
down. He stripped down.
was he stripped weighing that?
Yeah, he stripped
How we
down.
know this? Was that confirmed?
I'm only saying off of what Calvin
Nah, I
said.
don't think so. I think that he probably walked in the dressing room and they like weigh in and he had all this shit cause I know cause I
I
done it
don't know why
before.
Calvin said it. He said it. I don't know why he gonna say
All
something
right,
like
my thing is this, right? He fought 40 against Barrios. Barrios a welterweight now. He's 6'1", murdered him. Excellent fighter. I ain't gonna take no credit away from Tank. This is what I think. 138, no weight drain, and get Tank like 60-40. It wouldn't be bad at 35, 65-35, 60-40, 65-35.
that. I don't know how you could
Now,
negotiate. I don't know how you could negotiate those type of numbers if
I
first
ain't
of
even gonna
all,
lie to you. Devin would probably take 30. I ain't even going,
it's not that he has to. It's not.
all right, all right, now I'm gonna say this. All right, do that, have a rematch clause, and then he get the line sure. Like the kind of like the Terrence Crawford and Spence situation. You know, put something in there, give him a 2-fight deal. So that way one of them lose, they could go run it back. You know,
With the terms.
Tank called the shots, for sure. But just because you call the shots don't mean that you could just say something crazy though. It don't mean you could say, "Oh, you getting this." Like that's just kind of writing yourself
Like Bill
out the
Haney
fight.
saying three, like something crazy, like Bill Haney saying 30 mil,
He said 30 or 20.
30.
Wait, who get 30?
Nah, we're saying 30 mil. Like Devin will get 30 mil because Ryan got 20 mil or something like that. Well, he knows that what the Ryan numbers were, so he needs to get more
Well, I'm
than
gonna put it
Ryan.
like
But
this. At least with Devin, we know we getting a real legitimate even fight. Yeah, I
um,
give him that. I give him
it's a
that.
good fight.
Somebody
Yeah,
that,
that fight just became a lot closer now after the fight with Regis. But Regis said no Devin Haney. I mean Regis ain't no Javante Davis by far, and you know that, Mickey.
yeah,
You know
hell
that
no,
Regis
I
ain't
told
even
you that.
close.
No, hold on. I told you that when he was the killer at 140, I said Shakur, Devin, and Tank could beat him this one before he even fought Zorilla. Oh, I've been knew that. Yeah, nah, Tank could
What
beat
like
every
what did Haney do to deserve 30% when all this has to do
I
what
mean, it
all
take
this
two
had to
to
do with
tango.
money. This don't got to
Nah,
do with
man, listen.
nothing.
It take two to tango, man. Devin got a big name. Listen, people gonna show up when they
Yo,
know that
but if it's a
Tank
big
is fighting
name,
Devin Haney.
yo, but Mickey, if it's such a big name, which I do believe it's a big name, I
Yeah.
do believe it's a big name, I do. But it's just like these young dudes don't like each other. First of all,
Nah, you right
they
about
don't they
that.
don't they don't like each
Nah,
other, right?
nah.
So am I? you, I need you. You don't really need me. Am I right when it comes to
That's
Tank?
this ain't no girl shit. We ain't talking about dating. We saying
Yo,
it like a
but we're
girl
talking
saying,
real
"Oh, I
talk.
don't need a
You're a
man" and
fighter.
all that.
You're a fighter, Mickey.
Ain't no
You're a
I don't
fighter,
need. He
and
need
you're a
Devin.
fighter, and
No.
you're a fighter. Let's hold on. And you're a fighter that you built from the cloth of you guys will fight each other's friends. Look at you and Tevin. Y'all are trying to make
Yeah,
that thing happen. So y'all come from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Completely. But
right.
now in today's era, this is more Twitter. I don't even think we had to. We did have Twitter, but it wasn't as insane with what it is now, right?
Yeah,
So let's be honest. Why would he give him 30% after looking at the pay-per-view sales? I
man.
don't
Listen,
believe. I don't
I'm
believe.
a
All right. So how about this? Let me do this. Do you believe in those pay-per-view sales that Leonard LB said?
nah, cause he gonna ride for Tank. Like he ain't
Okay. And I agree with you too. I don't think that. I think that Devin
yeah.
did more than 50.
Nah, man. Here go my thing, man. Listen, it, it takes two to tango, man. Listen, I'm gonna make it clear. Tank, of course, Tank is he got the box office. He got all that, but you got to fight as Tank. He gonna see if he fight Pitbull how low his numbers gonna be, and then with it. Now I ain't wishing for that because, like I say, I as a boxing guy, I'm a Tank fan, and Tank is an animal. I ain't taking no zero credit away. My only knock on him is he need to step his opposition up. That's it. Other than that, he legit. He an animal. He's selling out. He make boxing look good. To me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Him and Crawford right now.
Who in
Uh,
Crawford?
no, I'm saying Terrence and Tank. They got them names that bring them real stars out right now. Like I'm talking about every race and everything. Some people, like Canelo, is big, but he don't bring every race out. Like he is more of his country down. Even though you get your boxing fans, like Canelo is still Canelo, but
It just
I'm
happens to
saying,
be Latin America is oversees every race, and
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
reason
But
why
he
he's
not
so popular.
bringing. Listen, when Tank
But
fought
he's
out
not
here,
diverse. He's not maybe as
nah,
diverse.
and that's what I'm saying about Tank and Ryan brought diversity, and it was crazy out here in Vegas. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like even the Terrence Crawford and Earl was uh what's the name fights gonna be having that feel to it. Canelo, he will have to fight Benavidez because Benavidez is he got everybody behind him because he's from America. He got and I don't mind you, I don't go on race when I speak on boxing, but at the
Me
same
too.
time, I'm talking about the vibe of the fight weekend. Like that when Mayweather was fighting in Vegas, it still take a certain dance partner, and I think Tank and Devin to bring everybody out.
Hmm.
Tank gonna have all the Mexicans pretty much. They love Tank. He gonna have that. He gonna have a lot of the East Coast dudes and all of that. Then Devin gonna have the West Coast dudes, and Tank gonna have some West Coast. And it's gonna be they gonna bring all of the. I'm talking about they gonna flood in the rappers, I'm gonna be real with you, and the street dudes, the fucking the Mexicans, the this, the that, the fucking Russians, we need all of that. Tank, that's why I'm saying him and Devin is the one, that's the fight right now to bring it. But Tank does call the shots, but just because you call the shots, they gotta be reasonable. It ain't like you could just say, all right, since I called a shot, I'm gonna tell him he getting 12 million, 15. Like, nah, you can't. Just me just throwing a number out. Like I'm just saying, make it fair, like at least to where, because I'm sure Devin to take the risk. He did it against Cambosis. He went over there, gave him the lion's share, and he won. He honored the rematch and he honored the Lomachenko fight when he could have just went up and wait. So we pretty much know Devin to take the fight. Now Tank, I think I think
Does
they
that
should fight.
does Devin, right? If he gets, for instance, the same guarantee as his last fight or a million more, basically five
Oh,
million.
way more, way more, way
All right.
more,
So how about we talk about an 8 million to
more,
anywhere between 8 to 10 million
more.
guaranteed plus 20% on the back end.
Yeah, and then it's always gonna be you ain't never
The
gonna see
back
what a
end's gonna
fighter.
be where the money's at.
Yeah, but you never gonna see what a fighter really getting anyway up front. Like you think we know it's money getting spread. It's different, but I like the fight, man. Like I
Just
say,
knowing but if you really think about the money that could be made, right?
oh man, listen,
Even if it was a
even the gate.
$5 million guaranteed, right?
I'm gonna
If it
tell
was a
you this, even the gate, they
yeah,
gonna break a record on the gate, like because people really believe Devin got a chance to really beat him. Ryan, it was more like his fan base was more like a not
TikTok.
boxing education.
Yeah,
It
it was
wasn't
like TikTok
educated
youth bro.
boxing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which was cool. Ryan still brings a lot to the game and he great for the sport, but with Devin, you're gonna see people that's really like I think he could really beat Tank and Tank can he clip Devin? Because make no mistake, it's 50-50. The fight is 50-50. So I ain't gonna say that it ain't. I just think Devin to win, but it's 50-50. If anybody say Tank could win, I can't say that they don't know boxing. I can't say, but that's what make the fight great. It ain't like Devin know that he got to risk. He risking it. It got to be earned. The win got to be earned in the ring. He know he taking the risk just as well as Tank is. But I just say they do a 2-fight deal together, and that way they both got a shot to run it back. We know it ain't gonna happen the first half. Tiafimo fighting February, which is good.
You know
because him
that?
and
Did you hear some? So they're talking about Jermaine Ortiz.
yeah, that's a good fight.
What you think
Yeah,
about it? Who takes it?
Tiafimo. I
By
think he probably by
a decision, or does he stop him?
uh I think he'll stop him.
Late rounds, you said.
I don't know what round, but I think he'll stop him. If we
Mm.
see the Tiafimo that if we see the Tiafimo that's clutch and that's you know you know what I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's what I like that about Tiafimo too. He
Jermaine's a
take,
tough kid.
but that's gonna play against him. See, being tough don't mean being smart. Sometimes you could be
True.
too tough for your own good.
But he's definitely he definitely has he's a I put Jermaine Ortiz as still a high level guy.
Yeah, me too. But style, like I like Jermaine Ortiz, but I'm just being honest. That's my take on it. Is Tiafimo by TKO. I think he gonna take too much punishment, but I think that he gonna get the fans a show to where you could pat him on the back and say, "Damn, he went in there and he tried to beat T.O. ass. He ain't gonna punk out. He gonna go in there and go for the win." I just don't think he got enough for T.O.
I think I
I
think
think T.O. and
I think
Devin
what
gonna happen before Tank and Devin.
yeah, because it's less of a bigger fight, less of a bigger risk.
It's
Well,
yeah, it's a huge one.
I think the risk is the same. I think
Oh, the risk the
no,
same because
the thing about it is like I could see Devin, can outbox Tio at certain moments, but then I could also see that's like the grit of Tio can outweigh a lot of the things that Devin can do. But we'll get into that when it gets closer. My
yeah,
thing to you is right. Um, Tio and Jermaine Ortiz, I feel like the same thing that's happening to Devin at 140 would happen to Jermaine. I think he'll be stronger kid at 140. I've been around Jermaine Ortiz as far as when he's not in camp to know how big he is and how where his punching is really coming from. So I think he'll be a
well,
stronger person at 140.
I'm gonna tell you who I would have liked to see him test, give a great test. Ryan Garcia, Jermaine Ortiz, and Ryan Garcia.
He beats Ryan.
Now I think he got a shot to beat. That's a 50-50
I
fight.
like that fight.
Listen, T.O., I'm about to factor in everything.
Yo, Ryan Garcia, if you watching this, yo, that's a good fight for you, son. That's a good fight for you, son. If you want to be known,
Yeah, but hold on. But now, listen. But here go the thing, though. See, this the thing. Tiafimo, you got to factor all this in. Super Bowl, no, they're gonna fight on Super Bowl
Super Bowl.
weekend,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That's just what's gonna turn them up even more. Like I just think that it's a good fight. Like I say, I like Ortiz. He can fight, but style wise, I just think that play up Tiafimo alley. Like he could fight them kind of dudes well, and he dangerous. Like and Tiafimo is a dangerous dude to where only guys like Devin and Tank really gonna do something. In my opinion, anybody else, he might blow them out the water and end their career. Like certain guy, Tiafimo is. I mean, we just seen the kind of knockouts that he get when you don't got no defense. You got to have your A game and your IQ fighting a guy like Tiafimo. Like he could ruin you because he got that kind of power mixed with the skills. So, but I like him and Devin Haney at the end of 2025.
You thinking he's that much marination?
I just think the timing of it, like they ain't going. I'm sure Devin will probably
They need
fight
a
again
year.
in
They need another
March
year
or
build up.
April. No, no, the end of 2024, a year from now.
Okay.
They're gonna both be fighting, so they ain't gonna align. It ain't gonna align itself. But I think that that'd be a huge fight in 2024, and I think it'll happen before Tank and Devin. I would
Mm,
even like to see Tiafimo versus Tank. That's 50-50.
yeah, that's a really good fight. I love that fight. I think that's probably the best fight. Uh, I think yeah,
I
him,
would like to see
right?
Shakur and Tank, but Tank got a rebound. I mean, Shakur got a rebound off that last one, just from the public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He got a rebound off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he only got one fight in Top Rank left, wondering really who it is. A lot of people don't want to see a Navarrete fight in America, but then again,
Hell no.
there's some people that from Mexico that do want to see it.
Nah, that's terrible. I ain't
Yeah,
nah, nope.
Loma don't really want the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. I think he'll fight him after for unification.
If he fights Loma next, nobody will complain about Tio.
Nah,
Shakur fighting Loma.
I would like to see Loma and him. Like I gave Loma the one pass that he kind of, I ain't gonna say duck, but he never did it in his career. So now he coming on his last probably couple years of boxing. I gave him a pass because he fought everybody his whole career. Like, so I gave him I give him a pass on this one. But if he get past Cambosis, then I would I would like to see Lomachenko versus Shakur like maybe next summer or something like that.
I got to see that fight. I definitely
Just
got
to
to.
see how he can beat Loma. If and how. Like, to see can you beat him in the United, can you shut him out? It's hard to shut out a fighter as good as Lomachenko with that experience. Can you beat him mostly every round? Can you shut him out? Because it's hard to do that against Loma.
Right, right, and then Loma's starting to age out as well.
He ain't showing it though. See, I don't look at age on paper. I look at how the man fight in the ring. He ain't showing no sign. He looked great against Devin Haney.
Absolutely,
He looked great. Like, believe me. Put See, I ain't
he
gonna hate on
definitely got
dudes who
enough in
look.
the tank for sure to get
Man,
people.
listen, put some props, put a dude on to come up in there with him and see what happens. Some of
Mm,
these dudes we name and don't listen. If you a manager, you ain't putting no young dudes in there with no Lomachenko. He gonna chew them up and spit them out. The only dudes that can possibly beat him is Shakur and Tank. Nobody else beat him.
mm. So I added some pressure into the boxing game. Needed to get some answers. Um, so what had happened at the 140 division was that Teofimo decided to send Matias a contract. Matias's hand is injured off of the Urkachev fight, and Teofimo obviously is probably looking towards the Jermaine Ortiz route. But in that same mixture, I kind of caught Bill Haney in you know, a little corner. And as far as the Peter Kahn $4 million discussion with Matthias's team, because I guess Devin sent Matthias an offer, and then I guess that Matthias's team supposedly said $4 million. You know, $4 million is what they wanted to fight Devin. That Matthias's team said that's a lie. They just want more than 1.5 to from the offer that Tiafimo brought to them. But that being said, now that Bill has been connected to the right people now, and actual Sabrina Matias's people, because Peter kind of has something to do with Matias's career. So now, um, you know, we got to see. What do you think? What do you think about that fight, Devin Haney and Matias to unify?
Oh, it's Smoke Matias. Put on the clinic. And then it's gonna push a lot of fighters further away from fighting Devin.
Mm.
Because when the fighter on the high horse and then you the first one to beat him, see they want to see nowadays people want to see fighters look bad, then they want to fight him. See, Devin is different, Shakur is different. I get Tiafimo, Benavidez, Boots, I'm naming out of the young guys, probably more, but I'm saying a lot of fighters want to see like, oh, he slipped, he ain't look good his last fight. Nah, I fight him. But Devin, it'd be like similar to. It's gonna be better, but it ain't gonna be too much different than Regis fight. He just gonna throw more punches, but he gonna miss. He gonna be missing and getting outboxed, and he can't close the gap on him and get hit with everything and be bloody and
You think he's
after the
gonna make a
fight.
bleed?
Oh, for sure, yeah. He won't be able to hit it. Believe me, he gonna put a clinic on because what people running into. That's why I want to see him in there with a tank or a Tiafimo, a guy with ultimate skills, because to get
You think
to
you think
Devin.
you think Devin got enough on that right hand to hurt Matias?
Yeah, for sure. Yup. See, the thing about fighting guys like Devin Haney and even Shakur, you gotta put them in there with a Tank or Tiafimo that can box and they can close the gap. And they got power. You gotta make them guys fight. You ain't beating them in no boxing match. I'm telling you, like, ain't nobody standing heads up because you ain't gonna beat them, but you really don't got a chance. If you can't get in on them, it's over with. So, these guys like Tank Tiafimo, they good boxers, but they can close the gap. So when they close the gap, they dangerous. They can clip you. So that's the fight. Tiafimo and Devin ain't gonna have no competition until they get in there with one of them kind of guys. Like Matias too slow footed. Nah, I ain't taking no credit. He could fight, and I like watching him fight. But the thing is that his style is just Devin. That don't give him problems. Like Santos knocked out Ryu, right?
Yep.
So look at what Shakur, even though his hand was hurting, the fight wasn't entertaining. Look how he couldn't get to him and touch him.
Yep. Couldn't close the gap. Yeah. I think no. I think it's the internet. Yeah.
Wait,
You
hold on.
smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like
That,
button. Yeah, cause you see me right. I'm doing my thing right. Like, mm, mm, mm.
hold
Yeah,
on.
you got a phone call. I think. Oh no, now you good. Yeah, yep. When you do that, it works. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, we good. Um.
Is it
So
good?
so as
I kind of
far
hear you, but you froze. It's cool, as long as you can hear me.
okay. So as far as break down why Devin Haney beats Javante Tank Davis at 140 at 140 at a catch weight. I wanted you to break down why you believe Devin Haney. Can you hear me?
Let me hang up. Can I hang up and come right back in?
Yep. You good though? If you can hear me. Nah, he's just static. He's static. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. We had a great segment today. As far as from talking to Kyrone Davis that actually fought last night on that last Showtime card of the year, and then to Mickey Bey, which he's right back here, um, you know, former champion as well. We back.
All right. There we go. There we go.
Last question, last breakdown. Why does Devin Haney beat Gervonta Tank Davis, in your opinion?
I just think, uh, you know, the range, the movement, uh, just all around, knowing how to adapt and the main things I think that's gonna give Tank problem is the movement, the speed, and him knowing how to use his range. I think it's gonna be hard for him to get in and land certain shots, but Tank posed the challenge. If anybody can beat him, it'd be like a Tank or Tiafimo. If you just going off of like, damn, if you got to throw anybody in the world in there with him, it'd be, somebody like that. Him and Shakur would be good, but that ain't going, that's down the line. And Shakur just moving up the lightweight. So, but I'm saying like realistically, the fights that Devin can have in the next year or two, the next year or so, Tank definitely posed the biggest threat. Him and Tiafimo, the only ones that you, in my opinion, you could even say close to 50-50. But I just I just don't think that uh I don't think that he active enough to beat Devin. I don't think he throw enough punches.
Mm. Yeah,
So
Devin got a high work rate.
yeah, but even if he don't have one, I just think Tank he's so good at countering. He got skills, but he can wait with the fight, and then clip you. We don't really see him.
So
He
you
don't have
believe
to.
that his work rate won't be high with Tank?
No, he outpoint him. But what I'm saying is Tank work rate not high enough to me to beat Devin. I think that he would lose too
But what
many
I'm saying
rounds.
is that do you think Devin's work rate will be less because he'll be worrying about Tank Davis trying to counter him?
Yeah, I don't think he'll worry, but it won't. I, I think that he would kind of. It'll be similar to Regis, like how he fought. Not saying that Tank could be like Regis, but I just think that Devin, the way that how smart he stayed on his P's and Q's and stuck to the script, I think that that'd get frustrate Tank. Tank ain't been in the ring in a long time since the guy
See,
made him
see,
do
Tank
that.
can fight off his back foot and front foot.
Nah, back foot is over with. He'll lose every round.
I'm
No,
not saying I don't know. I'm not
he
saying he
can.
would. I'm not saying that he would in that fight. I'm saying that he can.
Oh,
You
he
know what I'm
can.
saying?
But
He
no,
knows
Tank
how
can.
to do it. Which with Regis, he don't really fight. Great on the back foot. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
listen, Tank can fight. Man, listen, Tank can do it all. See, this the crazy thing to me how Styles make fights. I think Tank could possibly stop Lomachenko. As good as Loma is,
Yeah,
the
take
way
one
that
shot.
yeah, because if he hits you, if he hit Tank to the body, if he hit Lomachenko to the body, I think that's gonna change the game. It'd
Yes.
be closer to the end. He mess around, land to the body, and make dude go down. But
If Haney could hurt Loma in the body, I can imagine what Tank would do.
yeah, so to me, and Tank could possibly stop Tiafimo.
Yes, all these guys could beat each other for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I like it. So I don't want people to think that I'm being biased or none of that, because I'll never be biased when we talking boxing. I'm speaking off my real knowledge and thoughts. And
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. You getting some gems up in here.
but I ain't gonna lie to you, the person I think that posed the most problems to Tank is Shakur and Devin Haney. That style, like them dudes is they gonna stick to their game. They gonna stick to their game. Like them dudes, and
The thing
they gonna
about it, though, the tolerance, the punch tolerance that Tank has is a
admit
lot higher than these guys that we're mentioning.
now this where Tank. Let me give his benefit now. All right,
I
what's gonna
like that.
happen
Do it.
when he hits y'all? He gonna land something because it's a fight. It ain't like So when he do land, he might not drop you, but if he bugs you and he follow up, then what's gonna happen? Or what's gonna happen if you do got to take a knee or he puts you down? Because Tank's sharp as hell. He could, great boxer. He just happened to be a knockout puncher, but super good IQ. He can box. He just, to me, he don't throw a lot of punches, and with them, you got to kind of overwhelm them with a volume of punches. A guy like you ain't beating them playing chess with them. Like now, you could punch CT at Fimo. He punch with fighter sometime, and that can be a benefit. What guys like Shakur and Devin is punch when they punch and just try to hurt them that way. But at the same time, Devin,
And if you're a longer puncher than Tank, it's going to benefit you as well.
yeah. So my thing, like I think Tank could stop Matias. I think he'll put.
Woo!
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think he'll stop
Yo,
Matias. Like,
so I like that you said that, even though like I don't I could see it too. I could see them knocking each other out, to be honest with you. But honestly, I could
yeah,
definitely see
I could see him buzz and Tank though
no,
before it happened.
I could see like it could go both ways. I just see what you see as far as
Man,
Tank.
listen,
He
yeah,
has a couple other ways to get him out of there versus just one with
man, listen.
Matisse.
Look. You got to factor in. I factor in so much shit when it comes to the huge fights. All right, look at it like this with Tank. I look at it like, man, he anointed to be where he at. So you got to think about the physical, the spiritual, and everything. Like Tank, for him to be where he's from, and you look at this, everybody got a story, right? But if you break it down, when I get to the big fights, see most fights I pick so easy that this is easy. Like, oh, I know he's gonna win. When it come to fights like Devin Haney versus Tank, you gotta look at everything. And that's why I say that fight is sell because all right, with Tank, where he come from, his parents had some drug problems. He had Calvin that took him in like a son. You got a kid that's that passionate, that slept outside the gym. He went to his trainer's
Yeah.
he slept at his job, like, And then for you to become what you became, it ain't just happened from just hard work and just your physical abilities. You got to think that he was anointed from whatever anybody believe. You know, if you believe you a Christian, Muslim, you believe in this, that, you got to know that for some. And I ain't trying to get too spiritual or religious, but I'm just being honest. How these big fights and how you got to look at shit sometimes. Like, all right, for our higher power, God, whatever anybody consider, to look down and say, all right, I'm gonna pick this dude out of everybody. Now, was that predestined? Was he born with that? Like, man, or either way it go, he was chosen, basically, is what I'm saying. You take a dude from where he's from and his circumstance and make him like what, and then put him in a position to be the biggest, highest gate seller. And he don't even do a lot of talking. He don't do all the stuff Ryan and even Devin and them doing. They do a lot of publicity, and Tank don't do much of that. He putting asses in seats. He almost doing what Tyson did. You know, to me, he anointed. So you can't never doubt a dude that's anointed like that. Like, you could say this and that, but he now the same thing with Devin Haney, right? He got a father that, you know, the way he grew up, he took the risk and said, you know what? I'm gonna live this clean life, and I'm a reverse and have my son live a. I'm gonna move to Vegas, and this how my son gonna be raised. Totally different than me, but I'm gonna still keep him a dog. I'm gonna put him around the Mayweathers to where he going, and then for him to become what he became, kind of living with a somewhat a silver spoon in his mouth, but he wasn't raised like that because his father still instilled the values that he came up with. You ain't gonna get no closer to an even match of two dudes that deserve where they supposed to be. These dudes is both. This how I knew for a fact when I seen the Loma fight, I was there, right? And I'm like, damn. Hopefully they don't, because I thought Devin won the fight clearly. But I'm like, man, if Dev get this decision, I thought about how I'm just talking to you. I'm like, Ramadan just he a Muslim. He just went through Ramadan. He gonna end up getting this fight. Like if he get this fight, he destined he destined for greatness, like Mayweather. Like he destined for it in that way. Now, when they said when they said all the judges scored a fight and they said Devin Haney, I'm like, okay, he got past this one. That's gonna be one of his hardest top 3 fights of his whole career. Ain't no fight, if not number one, because he fought him at an age to where he not fully developed all the way yet. Like, you know this because me and you around the same age, so you know that you imagine when you was even 30, you don't know what you know now. You're not as smart as you are. You're not, even Tank not. Tank's still young. He's still a young man. He ain't even fully. So, all right, you take two dudes, they both anointed. Some people is like, you know how Floyd always say, who's God gifted? Both of them is God gifted. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you could think that dudes going, listen, as long as they do what they supposed to do out the ring and don't mess their blessings up, which Devin live a real clean. I mean, Devin is a clean cut guy. Like, and Tank is destined. He's destined, and he's anointed to be a dude to motivate people that come up like he did, and as long as he just keep his nose clean outside of the ring, and he realize how blessed he is, and you can't never kind of do out like that. Cause I seen that with Floyd. Like, see, to me, this the only reason why you could mess your own blessing up. When you do shit outside of your craft that you ain't supposed to be doing, and you keep like it's almost like you taking it for granted. Like,
Correct.
all right, you from Baltimore, you asked for this. You probably prayed for these nights. Now I put you here. Either you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, or you forget where you came from. All right, now I'm finna do this, and it's gonna humble you. You taking these fights, I'm gonna make you lose to one of these bums. Like, who is it? Like, just imagine if that happened on the night that he fought Pitbull when he hurt his arm. one or two more rounds, that shit could have went either way. So my thing is like that's why that fight is like one of them ones in my eyes. I look at it like, damn, this like a Floyd versus Pacquiao type fight. You ain't gonna get too many fight of them fights in boxing. But I'm just giving you my thought process of how I break down the biggest fights, like outside of the ring, who wanted more, who deserved it more, who living the cleanest life. You got to add all of them
Yo,
things
you
up.
seen? Did you see Devin spar Floyd too?
No, I wasn't there. I heard about it though, but I wasn't there. No, but like Floyd, I'm gonna tell you this about Floyd. Like me knowing Floyd since I was a kid and he was a young man. Probably, I knew Floyd probably he probably was about 23 years old, 24. Everything, I don't care what he did outside of the ring, how much of an asshole people think he could be, and this and that. And this. When it come to boxing, Floyd dedicated his life religiously to boxing like I never seen in my life. Like it's people that's coming close. Like, you got a couple, you got Devin, you got, I'm gonna say a dude that to me is the most disciplined fighter I ever met is Andre Ward. Like as far as like outside of the ring, that's that good because I seen him hit a switch. And he talk about all that in his documentary and book, but
Facts.
Andre Ward, I saw it for myself because we is always real tight. So I seen the version of who we used to talk about, like the dude that was that was getting in trouble and this and that. And when he hit that switch, he turned around to this day. Like, damn, you know what? I'm about to lock in. And when he lock in, he lock in. But that also come with being honest with yourself. Nobody perfect. Andre Ward knew, and he always told me, like, I ain't the most talented. Like, I ain't the most gifted or talented, but I'm a winner. Like, I know how to, and that's how I always describe Dre. Like, he's smart enough to know how to beat anybody. He might not look as fancy how he do it, but if Dre was fighting Anthony Joshua, if he came back and fought any of them, I'll pick him to win just because I know him.
Yeah.
I know that if I know that I know that if he seeks the task out, then he lock in and he capable of doing. You only get a few fighters like that. Now
Some
Tank,
some people just know how to prepare for fights so excellently and know what it takes to be at this high level. I think it just beat
yeah,
everybody.
man, Dre, like, yeah, that's who Dre is. Dre like yeah, Dre, but with me going through saying that, I think Devin got a little more. He got more focused than Tank. He got more. That's why I get him to win. He got more focused than Tank out of the ring. He got more, but Tank, like I say, Tank, I don't know what he doing right now. He seemed, like everything going good, and I hope it is. And I don't believe everything I hear. Like I don't believe if just because a woman say he did this, I don't believe. I don't always believe that. So I don't, judge him on what I don't judge him on what I hear, you know, and I don't get into people's beefs. Like I say, I, I don't know Tank well personally, but we every time I seen him, it was cordial. He was cool, and everything like that. And I look at guys like Tank and wish him the best. And I pull for guys like him. Like, man, I hope that he don't let a certain person get in his life and ruin it and try to set him up. Because people don't think about things on the flip side. People be so quick to want to laugh at a fighter because see, just because I root for a fighter, I'm still rooting for Tank to go all the way and to have a happy ending in the sport and in life because we know the stories of fighters when it's over.
Hmm.
People forget about the Merrick Taylors. He's still living. He from Philly. Where everybody at? That all these dudes that say I do this and do that. Don't know. Ain't nobody checking up on Merrick Taylor and people like that. Not saying that you owe him nothing, but Tank could be up today in 4 or 5 years, or even in 15 years, people forget about you. So I don't wish bad and laugh at fighters when stuff happens because they humans. And it's hard being a fighter because you got people preying on you and they know you're a fighter. They can try to provoke you to get you to hit them so they can sue you. So when it comes to my boxing picks, these are strictly off knowledge and what I think. But me wanting to see him complete his excellence of what he's supposed to do. I like seeing it because I hate seeing the backstories and running into fighters. And like I didn't see fighters that, you know, I didn't been up and down. Like, I had an unfortunate career as far as the business side and things that I wouldn't wish on no other fighters. A lot of fighters get bitter and hate and want to see other people fall because of that. To me, I'd rather give out the advice to not make you go that way and to say, damn, all right, man, like,
The real OG.
yeah, like, and to me, a lot of the OGs, a lot of older fighters be hating on fighters, even their own fighters. Like, I don't like what I seen out of De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. And these two dudes that I admired, but I ain't like what I saw. I seen hate in their eyes when they wanted Ryan. I ain't like what I seen. And I'm gonna be real. Ryan probably is being a diva because it go both ways. It go both ways. Ryan, who knows what he's doing? Like who? But I'm saying like for them to be older and understand how the game is, and to me for Bernard to me ain't he not putting the energy out that in a because Bernard is a knowledgeable dude and he's somebody that's gonna do something that might not ever be done again. He fought to 52 at a high level. Like he won the title at 48. Like that might not ever be done again. So, but my thing is I can see through cats that say one thing and do another. I'm gonna just long story short. A lot of these dudes say, "Oh, I want this, I want that." I hear it from all of the man. A lot of dudes don't be saying what they mean. They ain't living by what they be saying. Like you can hear them saying, "Just see." I don't listen to what I hear. Like do it with the actions. Like if you from a Philly and you from why you ain't got more fighters from Philly? Like I'm sure it's a lot of dudes there struggling. Like don't take out the grudge and just because you had it hard just because you had it hard don't mean that other fighters you took this route because to make it easier for these guys in America in the ghettos that don't say, "Oh, I had it hard." A lot of fighters be wanting people to have it hard because they had it hard. Like these
Yeah.
guys that, you know what I mean? Like to me, it should be the other way around. Like, and to me, a lot of fighters trash at promote because they got fucking envy and their careers they either done and they can't fight no more or they like, oh, this dude getting it. It's a lot of shit to it, but man, I don't be liking what I be seeing from a lot of these older fighters too. Like, and but it be younger fighters too, as well. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to dudes like Tank, people be off camera laughing. They are fake, but why would you laugh if a dude catch a case? Like, and you claim you from the streets and all of that. Like, if Tank catch a case, I'm hoping that he get out of it. I don't care if I'm pulling. If I think Devin Haney could win, I don't want to see him get in trouble and ruin his career because he not only just for him as a person, he great for the sport, but these dudes get so deep in that hating the guy that they want dudes to fall out of the ring. Like for what? Like he ain't got nothing to do with his life. Ain't going to directly affect yours one way or the other. Like if he did something to you personally, that's different. But to want some of these, just what I see out of some of these cats, and I know the genuine intentions. See, all these fights can fake and say, "Oh, I want the best." Nah, you saying it and doing it is another. Like I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these dudes don't want Devin, Shakur, Tank. Right now, they hoping that they don't get their records broke. Now, that can be a competitive nature, but don't lie and say that you wish the best and nah, don't say it and do another. Don't say one thing and do another. Like that's what's happening with a lot of these older great fighters. Like they be like saying one thing and doing another. And but you get naive people that believe what they said. Like man, listen, y'all saying it. What is y'all doing though? Y'all got the position to do better than what y'all doing. And I'm gonna challenge Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, and them. Like y'all dudes is smart as hell. Like, but we're the volume of fighters that you're not obligated to help, but y'all put yourself in the promotional business. Where the people at? Like y'all can name one fighter, but I'm saying notice that Al Heyman and Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, great promoters because they selfless and they looking at them. They not in competition. See, they looking at it. See, they'd rather have 100 good fighters than worried about a dude breaking a record or worried about, oh, I had it hard, so I ain't gonna fuck Philly or fuck Mitch wherever I'm from or whatever. See, but they could say, oh, I wish this dude the best. Just because you say it don't mean you mean it. That's what I want people to realize. People told me that all the time, and like I seen what dudes did to me, like and what cords they pulled on me and all of that. Like so so basically, I went way left field, but I'm just saying
Nah, but
this
I
because
know what
this
you mean. Like if you're a real OG, you'll tell a person where to put their money at. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I don't care if you got more bread than me. Like Devin got a lot more money than me. Long, I'm cool. I'm cool. Like why would I want to hold him back? I'm gonna try to tell
But put
them
some
something.
stocks on Amazon, like right about now. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm gonna try to tell them something to where I went wrong, like like this. But dudes just I don't know, man. A lot of dudes be selfish. Like that's the problem in life, period. But I'm saying it to me to be a rich guy that's that rich and you selfish, you just a devil to me. If you got that much money and you still want to hold a dude down, and you meet these kind of people in this game, boxing crazy because you meet some of the best people that you ever met and some of the worst. But to me, the worst been the people with the most money. It's like, man, why would I want to see? But but you get people to where they say these little they could say something and everybody believe it. Oh, he a real duty. Man, sometimes dudes be in it for their own motive. But people can't see through that. Tank no, Devin no, Shakur would know. Like these fighters don't be lying when they be saying stuff for what? Like if they say, man, this dude, you gotta know how to read between the lines pretty much, man. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't be feeling how a lot of cats be wanting the Devin Hayes, the Tanks, and them to really fail and to fail hard. Like it don't be about picking the opponent. They be wanting these cats' careers to be done. And I see that, and that shit don't be cool to me. Like I'm glad that you got, you know, even Ryan, guys like that. Like shit, it's better for the sport if this dude elevate and get, but you got guys that want to see this dude, man, these dudes are catching fucking case. Like even when that shit happened, I seen Rolly and me and them talk, and I, just from kind of knowing why he told me the story, I'm like, I believe you. Everybody made fun of him, and they almost like this girl ruined his life. Now, what happened when the shit wasn't true? She got to go about her business, but at the end of the day,
no penalty
no
involved.
penalty. Like so, to me, it's just that's the messed up part of the game. It's a lot of fakeness in the
It's hard
shit.
to be a man in this society right about now,
Oh man, but people
let
don't
alone a
know.
rich
Like,
one.
oh, people don't know. But then when you got rich people that don't want other people to get rich or they want them to fail, and so to me, it ain't nothing personal. Like when I say I think this fighter gonna win or that, like I love how much money the fighters getting and all of that, but it's just a lot of fake shit going on. I don't like when dudes saying they from the streets, but when they do get older and they learn a lot, they ain't passing no real game to them, and they could say, "Oh, I wish you the best" and all this. No, you don't. You saying it, but anybody ask the fighter on the other side, do they believe that or do they feel it? Did this dude give you some game to where? Did he give you some game to where you felt that? Did you see it through the actions and did you see it continuously? See, that's why people like Al and they like the Jay Princes and the Bob Arum and the Eddie Hearn because their interest is not a competition. See, they want more and more fighters. They not looking at it like, oh, this one dude might could beat he might could break my record or he had it easier than me. I had to go through this. That's girl shit to me. Like, you know, and I ain't saying everybody doing it, but I do see it. And that's why I'm making it clear. Like, even when I do, like, just because I pick a prediction, some people think that that fighters he don't like this guy or this dude being biased. Like, nah, I pick a pick, but at the end of the day, when cases happen and all of that, I'm not laughing and I ain't saying, "Oh, I believe." Nah, why we gotta believe this person just because Tank? Even if a dude do one thing, that don't mean that they did the other thing. Like I remember didn't the girl come out on Tank? What happened when we found out all that she tried to do to him? Then ain't nobody say nothing.
Nah, nah, not at all, bro.
Like ain't nobody say nothing. They ain't, but they would have laughed at him if he would have got 2, 3 years. You'd be man. Listen, the only reason I'm saying this because behind the scenes, I seen dudes laugh when dudes had hardships. Like I seen people laugh and I seen people joke about shit that, you know, uh nah, somebody said just come out and say Mayweather. Nah, a little bit was, a little, but nah, mainly I'm talking about Bernard and De La Hoya. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. But yeah, when the shit with Ryan, I seen hating their eyes against the fighter they promote. But I am going I'm not going I ain't gonna dip into their situation because Ryan could have done something to them too. So it go both ways a lot of times. But the only thing is when you older, you expect this out of a young man. I'm saying when you older, you should know better a little bit, like like then where you could tell a dude is pulling for this guy to lose, and if they could, dude won't even be like dudes get shit go deep in this game. Like I ain't even going. We can get back on the scientific part of the fight game because it's just so much shit. But like I say, it go both ways. But I'm saying, man, when you more mature than a person, you know that term, man. When you know better, you do better.
Correct.
Like I'm saying, you could be in the streets and you could be, but when you older, you supposed to know better, and you supposed to know better. I'm gonna just say that, like,
Yeah, man, be a role model and to the next
yeah, like, and be
generation. And
genuine. You can't change everybody's character. Nobody perfect. Like it go both ways. But I'm saying, to me, you should never want to see somebody do bad in their personal life. It ain't no, we all in this world making mistakes, and everybody gonna want forgiveness when it's
jealousy
judgment
be a
time and
mother.
all of that. Yeah, like everybody ain't nobody perfect. Everybody gonna make mistakes. But I'm just saying, like, this shit start going outside of boxing. Like the crazy thing is like, see, that's why it'd be hard to make fights sometimes because people personal things get into it, and then it become all this other shit instead of making the fight happen. That, so that's what it be too. Like these promoters want to make the fight because they ain't gotta, you know, but we get back. I get back to the questions. Like I zoned out.
It's all right. It's all right. I feel
Yeah,
like the chat was feeling it. It was a lot of real that
but
you
the
spoke
reason why I'm
upon that.
saying that, and this could apply well outside of boxing, because as men, we still got to hold ourselves accountable when we do make mistakes. But everybody make mistakes, so we don't need to be laughing and always want to see somebody else fall. You should put
Horrible.
that
That's
same
nasty.
energy into you trying to do something better for yourself. Like I ain't gonna laugh if a fighter gets some jail time or they, because you gotta look, we got great legends that's still alive that people love back in the day, but ain't nobody talking about them now, or they ain't checking on them, they don't care about them, and you get fighters that do help, and like Floyd buried, I think, Gennaro Hernandez, the guy that he won the title from. He done, I've seen him do a lot of good things, personally, but I just think that, you know, the fight game, the main thing need to stay the main thing. Like, when people step too far outside of this and that, the main thing need to stay the main thing. But how we started this, but I just think that Devin and Tank is so big of a fight because they both just some certain people is anointed in a different kind of way. And that's why I think the fight is huge.
Word. Word. Well, man, this was a great, great, great interview. Thank you, Mickey, for tapping in once again. Make sure you guys go to his YouTube, stop by, subscribe to the channel, like all his content. It's Fight God TV. And yeah, man, to the next one, man. I mean, we got this heavyweight fight bout coming up, and then we gotta
Yeah,
wait till Amazon Prime, puts out that schedule.
yeah.
I know
And
Bird
I'm
said
happy
he's
for that. Let me say something else too. This a big problem too. And this shit might need to be clipped. Why do I gotta ask y'all fans? It's not y'all, because I know you got some good fans, but why do fans root against promoters? Do that make any kind of sense? Do you be seeing that dudes like, oh, listen,
I do
the
see it
more the
sometimes.
merrier.
I do.
You
I do.
see guys saying, why did listen, people need to just worry. You shouldn't even be worried about what this guy get paid, that guy. You should just want to see the fights. Like, my thing is this: the more the merrier. I'm glad Al got his Amazon Prime. I'm glad that Bob got ESPN. I'm glad Eddie got the zone. The more the better. The only thing that we should hope for is that they could work together a little more.
Yes.
And I understand why it's hard because they got their own networks and they are splitting the pot up, but they all filthy rich anyway. So it's like, but I don't get that how people be rooting it. You got guys that actually root for promoters. Like, how is that? That's crazy to me. But yeah, I just wanted to say that before we leave.
And that's why, like, healthy competition, as far as, like, with the fighter and promoter, as far as, like, the promoter not liking certain things that the fighter says, or if they see the change of character in the fighter because of the publicity and the money that comes in. But some of that kind of triggers them to put them, instead of saying, you know f my investment, I'm gonna put them in there with the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why? People want to keep their fighters under the same umbrella because if you lose, it still stay in my court. The ball stay in my court.
Exactly.
But at the same time, man, all these dudes up, they done made billions of dollars, not millions, billions. So you know, but people keep saying that Floyd got people protecting day zero. All right, I'm gonna say this: Floyd fought everybody coming up. He did when he was Money Mayweather. Yeah, of course he had to pick and choose fighting at 154, one. But listen, when it comes to boxing, it's still gonna be hard for anybody to. I don't put nobody name in. All right, I'm gonna be careful even putting fighters in Floyd's category when it comes to boxing as far as inside the ring. Floyd, when it comes to this boxing, me just seeing it up close and me knowing what he put into it. Listen, these dudes is trying to duplicate him. So, no matter whether people like how he operate personally or you might not like his personality, this or that, but I'm talking strictly boxing. When it comes to strictly boxing, Floyd, I ain't never seen nothing like what I seen out of him. When I like the light that shine on him when it comes to boxing, I ain't never felt or seen it. Him and his family, even his dad and uncle, was born to do this, and it's shown. Everybody even trying to be like his uncles, they and his father, they trying to train like Floyd Roger. I learned from them for many years. So we can't say that he started to duck and Eric because Floyd ain't ducked most of his career. He just became a businessman. But believe me, Floyd would have beat whoever got put in the ring with him, he would have won. Trust me, Floyd, the smartest fighter that I ever saw.
Yeah,
The
he's.
smartest. The smartest. Like I'm saying, Floyd gonna find a way. Like so, when we comparing dudes to him, they still got a while to go. Floyd went to 40, so
Right.
and honestly, I think if he got in shape, he could beat 98% of fighters now. You exclude Boots and you exclude probably Terrence, he'd probably still beat every welterweight. But all right, I just wanted to say that because I seen the chats. Everybody was saying he started the era to where. So I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna say that because believe me, Floyd put hands. I seen him do shit in that ring and in training that I ain't never seen before. He the one that started this new wave, so we got to give him that. Like the stuff that everybody doing, they getting it out of his book. So I got to give him that.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, great show today, man. I appreciate you stopping by. We're definitely gonna have to get one in before the end of the week,
Yup. Yup.
because we know we got to make some statements before the start of the 2024 year. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I might fuck around and give you a list of matches that need to happen.
mm,
The best matchup in the game.
yeah, that's a good show too. That's definitely a
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
What what
I might write
what's
some down so I don't
Mickey
forget.
Bey's list of 2024 matchups that
Yeah, and
must
we
see
need to
matchup?
clip that shit and make it go viral, man. So
Hmm.
maybe the matchmakers and promoters, but I'm slipping into that game too. The business side of it. So
Exactly.
I'm a hope. The more I learn and the more I get in, I'm sure I'll maybe be partnering with one of the top guys. Which I'm kind of am now. So hopefully I could put a little small change to it. I'm only one man, but hopefully so.
I remember that what you told me about that. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
To the next one, man. God bless. Have a
All
great
right.
day, and chat. Much love to you guys. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Much love. God bless. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right, my brother. I'll see you
All
soon.
right.